decks, one of my new decks. So, celebration. Okay. Make a wish. um, Alright, I don't know why there's like a line right there. It's kind of annoying. But, sorry. Okay, so, we're gonna start today with, hi, first of all, Jenna's here. Woo woo! Woo woo! I'm so excited for Jenna to be here because everyone loves Jenna, and if you don't know her, you will love her. So just wait and see. Okay, so we are doing 10 first free. I'm gonna wait a little while for people to come and see this because I saw there was a shit ton of people on the last live, but for some reason, technical difficulties. I don't know why that's always been happening to me. It happens a lot. I'm sure it happens to everybody, but to me, I just kind of freak out and like lose my mind. So, that's what I did. That's why it took me so long to come back on. Because I was like, I shouldn't do this. And Jenna's like, yes, you should. And I'm like, all right, fine. So here I am. And yay. So I got these new decks, you guys. They're pretty cool. This one is, it looks like this. It's just like the Rider-Waite, I mean, it's just normal Rider-Waite Tarot, but it's like holographic like that, you see? So there's this one. I don't know what it's called. It's just Rider-Waite holographic, you know. The Cat Tarot, of course. This isn't a new one. You guys have seen that one. This one, oh, and yes, it is gold foiled. Gold foiled. You guys are. I'm not gonna show you yet, but you will see. It's pretty fucking cool. So. Oh, I hope you didn't just see that. Okay, and this is my favorite. Has Virgo on the front. The Hermit, because it's Virgo season. Woo woo. Love us Virgos. Anyway, it's Virgo season. It's the Hermit on the front, and those are the three decks. I also do have the Chakra Wisdom Oracle here. For on the last live, I don't have it all written down in the description this time because I just got on there real quick and was like, let's see if this fucking works. So it did, yay. But so if you guys do 555 one question, 777 for 2, and 1111 for 3 questions, and if you do get the 3 questions for 1111, it comes with a bonus oracle reading, or you can get a Celtic Cross reading or a Celtic Cross relationship spread reading. So that's kind of the same thing as the Celtic Cross, but relationship version. So that's cool. So I will remember if you do order 3 questions, 1111, then you'll get your bonus oracle reading, and at that time I will ask you which one you'd like to go with for that option. But for those of you who are here for the free readings, of course everyone's here for the free readings pretty much, right? Like that's why everyone's like, woo! But so we're gonna do the first 10 free, and then the rest will be donations. If there's anyone here wanting one still, then we will do that. So, okay. Like and subscribe, you guys, if you haven't yet. If you haven't already. And let's get started here. So, whenever we get Jenna here, I think we're going to have to wait a little while for everyone to come back. It might be a couple different people this time, and I'm so sorry if you were on the last live and you were there for all of that and it kind of screwed up. And, I hope you make the list again. I hope, I don't know how we would do that. Like, if you could just remind Jenna, but if she makes a new list, then I'm sorry, then we're gonna just have to, we'll see how it goes. If you were on the last list, then let Jenna know, okay? And if she remembers you, then she will add you to this new list, okay? Yeah, I mean, if you do have the old list, then let's do that old list for sure. Just, if you have the old list, Jenna, just go ahead and post it, and then, whoever is on that list who's here, we can go ahead and get them out of here, like, get them taken care of, and then, we'll see if there's any more spots left, okay, if those other people don't come. Yeah, that works way better, thank you. So how's everybody doing? We're just waiting for that list to pop up that Jenna has here. And I think there was one more spot on the list. It may not be true anymore. I'm not sure what the list looks like right now, but we will see in a second here when she posts it. And yay, I'm so glad Jenna's here. You guys, if you remember who Jenna is, she is my moderator. And she is just the shit. I mean, You know she's the shit. I don't know if you remember, but... Okay, free list. Yeah, she was the shit. I mean, she made this channel. I just realized last night, like, I was thinking to myself, what happened to my channel? And I was thinking, like, first of all, yeah, you haven't been consistent. You haven't been going live. But second of all, Jenna's not there, you know? Like, that's the whole thing. Jenna was the whole thing. And she doesn't think so necessarily, but I think that's what it was. We had a good thing going, and we need to get it going again. So you might see that in the near future. So we have Artie, Nalili. See, I never know how to say that name. Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. But Jenna, okay, Nisha, Brenda, Aditi, and Nikita, Noah. And 2 spots left. Okay. Oh, it's full now. She's... okay. 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 Free list closed, and we have everybody. Nice. All right. Is RT here? Is anyone who's on this list here right now? Let me know if you're here. Cool. What's up? Okay, nice. Is RT here still right now, or is she not? Noah. Okay. Right on. Good. We're going good. We're going good. Will I get married to Diwakar and when we have family? Oh. Hang on one second. When we have family issues. Will I get married to Diwakar? Is that the name? Diwakar? Diwakar? I don't know, but you know, that person. Let's go with it. Let's see what's going on here with your guys' connection. If there's anybody, or if, I'm sorry, if there's anything that we need to know, how far this is going to go, if we can know about marriage, if we can know about, you know, the length of time, or, you know, how strong the relationship will be, if it's going to get to that point. Let's see here. Is it going to get to that point? Diwakar. Okay. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Can you guys hear me okay? Like you guys this video if you haven't yet, okay? You're leaving? Cool. Alrighty then. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Huh?
I'm going, okay.
What? Bye.
Bye, baby.
Bye. While trying to talk quietly and shit. Huh? Huh? Okay, let me start again. I want to start with a different deck. This is my least favorite because it's just, I don't know. You'll see in a second. So I'll get a few with this one, but I'll get a few with the others too because they're a lot cooler. Alright, so we want to know here what's, okay. 6 of Cups. So you do see that there is this whole feeling of, see the 6 of Cups there? Six of Cups, and you could see it's somebody, you know, offering a hand to someone, right? It's somebody from your past. Like, it's not necessarily somebody from your past, but it's somebody that feels familiar. So, it, you know, a lot of people look at this as somebody from their past. But if it's not someone from your past, like this is someone who's kind of new in your life, or you haven't had them in your life in that romantic way yet, then it feels familiar. It feels like it's just right. It just feels like I've kind of known this person for a while, for a long time. Like I feel comfortable around them. Or it's just kind of, it just goes together well, you know, without really even trying. Okay. So, enough with that deck. Well, we're going to move on to one of the other ones. It wasn't that bad, wasn't it? I like this one. My favorite is this one. And we'll break out the golden, the gold-plated one for the finale, but this one is the most clear, I think, and easiest to kind of interpret. Okay. So, will you guys get married? It is RT and Diwakar. Tell me about their connection in the near future here. And tell me how it's going to go long term, if they're going to be connected further than just the near future. Tell me how much we need to know. How long is this relationship going to last? What can you tell us about the status? Will they be married eventually? Okay. At the end of the day here, at the bottom of the deck, we see the 10 of Wands, you guys. So, RT, here's what I have to say to you. This is at the bottom of the deck. This is kind of the whole scope of the entire reading, right? This is like kind of the whole picture idea, which is that it's going to be one-sided. I mean, I'm sorry, I hate to say that, but it's, 10 of Wands isn't the best thing to get in regards to, like, how you're going to be feeling and all of that. Like, that's, it's the bottom of the deck, so it's kind of, like, that's a major thing here that we're looking at, like, a major way that you feel in this connection, right? So it's, it's a big deal. This is kind of the whole core of it. At the end of the day, you're feeling kind of like it's one-sided, like you're putting in more effort and, like, you're doing most of the work, whether that's trying to connect and trying to stay, like, close together in connection, or if it's just, working around the house or working literally, outside of the house. Whatever it is, you just feel like even if they're working and you're at the house, or, vice versa, it's, you still feel like you're putting in more effort. You still feel like you kind of care more, or you kind of, like, are just there more, putting out more energy and effort. And so that's kind of a bittersweet, because it's like, it does show that you guys might be together, here, but it's showing that you're not going to feel like you're being met halfway. You know what I mean? Other than that, I do have the Wheel of Fortune here. Wheel of Fortune, King of Swords, and the 10 of Pentacles. So I would say that you can say you'll be lucky in regards to your financial situation. The King of Swords is all about being honest. Like, to be real with you, the financial situation looks good, right? Like, that looks amazing. You might actually be very well off with this person that you may or may not have known for a long time, but it feels that way. It feels, familiar, or it feels like you guys will go there to marriage, and you might. If you're okay with, the thing about it is, this reading comes out, right? It comes out before you are taking these steps to make this a thing. So from this day forward, this is what we see happening, right? Without any interference. But now that you've seen the reading today, right, you actually can interfere with it if you'd like to, because the 10 of the 10 of Wands here, how you're going to feel, you're like, I don't want to feel like that, right? So now you can now take action that would change that. And so we can see what that would be too. Look at the next one. So I mean, it's bittersweet, because it's like, yeah, it'll work, but it won't really work for you. You know what I mean? So the Moon, the 5 of Swords, Page of Cups, and the 7 of Wands. At the end of it, you end up pushing each other away for some reason. I don't think it'll last forever. It seems like at some point it will come to an end, and it will be kind of confusing as to the reason why. Now, of course, you can change this too. If you'd like this to change, it is your life. So just know, the cards are giving you these ideas of what's going to happen, but this is before you even set foot into the situation, right? This is before your free will has a chance to take hold of it and, kind of change it up a bit. So now that you've, this information, now you can kind of change it up with your free will. You can do this or not. And if you do or don't, that will change the outcome, right? So we're seeing here the Moon, though. It shows kind of at the end of the relationship, I feel like this won't last forever. You guys will end at some point, at least as it stands now, right? You get in there, you get your free will, taking action there, and you start to, like, resolve some of the issues you guys have, then you can change that, right? But, I mean, maybe, right? But as of right now, it's showing that And it will be kind of like not very understood why it has changed, you know? Like why it's coming to an end. All we know is that somebody is being vindictive, or they're being, you know, somebody doesn't want to lose. So whoever is in the situation who's getting like the shit end of the stick, they're gonna be pissed and they're gonna try harder to not lose, because and that's gonna be very important to them. So I would say it might get a little nasty. It might get to the point where it is, you know, a bit hostile and a bit kind of, you know, not necessarily scary, but you know, it's just somebody who's not going to back down, and they're going to want to get what they want to get out of it. And so, you know, it's a common thing with, you know, breakups and I guess divorces and stuff. It's not really uncommon or unheard of, that situation, right? When somebody wants to get something out of it more, and it gets kind of nasty. But we do see that somebody is offering somebody else a connection. There is a new person that comes in. I don't know if it's for you or for him at the end of the day. So, like I said, you know, this whole reading, it's like, it's up to you. It really is all up to you. I do see that there is a possibility of you guys getting married one day and having a relationship that is, lasts longer than just a casual relationship. Although we didn't see how long that marriage will last, we did see that as it stands now, it looks like it will at some point come to an end. And it might get a little nasty, which is really not unheard of in this day and age, right? And so I'm sorry to hear about that, but just know that you do have a choice. You know, it's not like the cards are telling you what you have to do. They're telling you what is likely to happen as of right now. But now that you know this information, that can change a little bit if you'd like it to, right? We both don't have issues. We have family issues. Okay. Yeah, it looks like there could be a situation where you feel like you're doing most of the work. You know, you feel like you're kind of putting more effort out there than they are, and that you're, and I would say that you're not really in a happy situation in that regard, you know, so you kind of have to decide what you want to do about that and why that would happen. Of course, I do personal readings, and we can look further into this, you know, if you'd like to, of course. I used to do a thing where after I would do the readings, I would tell people that it would be like a $5 extended reading. And what I would do is say, hey, if you want to get an extended on that, let me know, email me, and it's only $5, and email me and I'll give you a 30-minute video reading. And I used to actually do that. And so I'm kind of thinking, you know, now we could do something like that. But I hate to $5 is so cheap. I mean, you know, if there's one question, I could do the same pricing as I do now, right? So it would, look, six of cups again. That's what you got in the beginning last time. Anyway, so it could be $5.55 for one question. If you have two questions you want to get a video reading on, it would be $7.77, and $11.11 for three, of course, you know, so on and so forth. Same as in the description. So just email me, originalinsightstarot@gmail.com. So let's see here. Okay. Oh yeah, of course, RT. Thank you for being here and being one of the first here. Okay, I'm caught up now. I was like reading all these. Okay. Hi, Carmen. Oh, cool. Awesome. All right. Well, wait. Okay, so let's see. It's Natalie first. Natalie, are me and Denzel meant to be together, and how does he really feel about me? Okay. Okay. So we want to know Natalie here and Denzel. Are Are they meant to be together? What does he feel of her now? What does he feel of her now? Tell us present time. What does he feel about her? Okay, and are they meant to be together? What do we need to know about this connection? Tell me if they're going to be together in the future. What do we need to know about how long this is going to last and what their purpose is together, please? Okay. I'm going to break out the other deck to do with this one. Or should I wait for the donation? Sorry, is that line bothering you guys? It's really bothering me. I'm sorry, but hopefully it's not bothering you guys too much because I don't know what the hell it is. So, this is that gold-plated deck. This one's super cool. It smells so bad, but I mean, it looks cool. Okay, look at this guy. Woohoo! Look at that. That is the original Rider-Waite right there. That backing. That's the original Rider-Waite backing, but it is gold and black. So if you guys could see this. You know the flowers? You can't really tell, huh? Oh, see the middle flower? That's how the original one is. Okay. Alright, so I see the main energies here for you guys and what kind of the purpose of the connection is, and I see there's a lot of fear. From the gate, I see that there's a lot of fear. And there's a lot of nurturing, too. There's a lot of, like, I really care about this person feeling, you know, like a genuine, like, actual care. Almost like a mother's love, right? And it's so genuine and caring. It's so fragile, you know? It's so fragile and, like, it's delicate. And so I just worry, not so much just that on its own. I mean, when I saw that on its own, I thought, okay, great. You know, you guys have this beautiful connection, you know, where you're actually nurturing each other and you care about each other, and it's lovely, I suppose you could say. But then we do see the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Swords here. So I feel like there's definitely that vibe of fear, you know, and just not so sure how to, like, wanting to, but not able to because of the fear of commitment or connecting with another person. And also I do see this energy of, like, somebody, you could be almost like a motherly figure to them in a way, like, or you remind them of their mother or something in some way, or you could even be so, like, motherly-ish, like, nurturing and caring toward them that they feel, like, kind of triggered by that because, first of all, their mother could have been there for them like that, and maybe, I don't know, they don't have her now, or there's something happens where it's just kind of like a triggering, it's kind of a traumatic, it brings up a bad feeling for them. And it could also be that they didn't have that as a kid, and so that's why it brings up a bad feeling for them. You know, to have you be so nurturing and so there, and so, you know, able to be open and love them. It could just be hard for them to take that. And that's a lot of people's story, you know, that's a lot of people's situation going on there, you know, so it's not really an uncommon thing. But I feel like there's a lot of fear with this person. So I'm going to do a Celtic cross reading for you. A Celtic cross relationship reading, if you don't mind. Because I really like that one. Alright. Tell me for Natalie and Denzel. I always do partner A is the person you're with, and partner B is you. So partner A's heart in the relationship. Okay, where is their heart at in this relationship? For the first position. Where's their heart at in this relationship? Where's A's heart at? Where's Where's Denzel's heart at in this relationship? wonder if I can get you guys a little bit lower so you could see the cards, you know? That might be better. Might be a little bit better. Okay. Natalie and Denzel. We want to know Denzel's heart in this relationship. Denzel's heart in this relationship. Where's Denzel's heart lie in this relationship with Natalie? Where does Denzel's heart lie in this relationship with Natalie? Okay, that's the first. Ooh! The Empress. Look at that. Look how gold and black. It's pretty cool. At first I was like, oh. But it's actually pretty cool. It looks pretty cool on camera. So the Empress, yes. The Empress here, we see her. And it's an all plastic deck too. So it's like it's not gonna get ruined. I could throw this in the dog bowl right now and it wouldn't get ruined. Which is awesome. So yeah. The Empress. We all know what the Empress means, right? The Empress is, there's so much potential for the birth of something. So something to be started here. I think he sees a lot of passion and a lot of, he wants, you know, the exciting feeling of like where this is going. This is the beginning and like what is going to happen. Like just that whole feeling of like, is like just what could be. But it's even more than that because I feel like this person actually feels like it could be something. It's not like, what is this? Will this be? It's like, this is going to be something and it's going to be something great. Like, you know, I see a lot of potential with this. The Empress, the birth of something, right? So he sees something here. It's funny because I laid this down on my zodiac tapestry or tapestry, however you say it. My vowels are all screwed up. And the Sagittarius arrow is pointing right at that card, which is funny because I didn't mean to do that, but that's kind of cool. So let's see where Natalie's heart is in this connection with Denzel. Okay. 9 of Swords. I feel like you are going to be feeling bad about yourself a lot for some reason, and it could be related to how he's treating you, and it may not. It may just be because either one, you know, I could pull a few cards and try to get some insight on that, but I'm just going to give you a few examples of why it could be. In my mind, it's, you know, it could be because he's treating you bad, and so it's making you feel insecure. It could be because he's just so, like, great, and you're, like, so, you're not sure how to, like, accept it, kind of like him, but the fear thing he has going on here, with, like, fear of connection, like, of really getting close. It could be the same thing, like, you just can't believe it, and you're kind of, like, like, you're just, you feel bad, you feel insecure, or you feel like you're just, it's not a secure thing for you, because you're not used to feeling that security. So now that you're feeling that security, it's like, it's not a secure feeling, you know, because you're not used to that. You're not sure how to trust it. It could be that too. So it could be because of him literally, and it could be because of just you know, kind of like how he would be afraid, not just because of you, but just because of him, right? Because of his past and all of that. So, but it could be because of him too. Okay. So whichever resonates for you, you know, that's what you should go with, obviously, you know. Okay, so now we're going to do the third position, which is, I think it was the foundation of the relationship. I have to just look at the list really quick. So the list I have right here, it is, alright, yep, foundation of the relationship. So this 9 of Swords here for you, where your heart's at, is you're kind of feeling bad about yourself. It's hard for you to adjust. You feel a bit insecure. You don't feel the most secure. You kind of feel like you're not good enough and things like that. he sees potential, you see potential too, I would imagine, you know, but you feel, you know, kind of insecure about this, unfortunately here. So, foundation of the relationship here with Natalie and Denzel. What is the foundation of this relationship here? Knight of Pentacles. So it's promising something stable and something secure. It's promising what it brings to you is a new stable situation or life, you know, like in many different ways, you know, it could mean. So just for, like, maybe he offers you a job or some kind of new path in life, some kind of new stable, you know, way of life, or just something. He's bringing security to you. So that's what, and you to him, you know, it could be either way. It could be both, right? But I feel like the foundation of the relationship is supposed to be something that is founded on something stable. It had, like, and it's a Knight of Pentacles, right? It's not the King of Pentacles yet. It's not the mature king yet. It's the Knight. So it's on its way, you know, it's on its way and it's working towards. So it's on its way, you know, so it's not exactly mature yet, but that's the idea, is it's supposed to be something stable eventually, right? So you guys both have this idea of, like, okay, it's going to be something stable. It's supposed to be something that's, you know, going to work and that's going to be a structured thing for the both of us, and it makes sense and all of that. Like, this would just make sense. Like, that's what we want in this, for this to make sense. So this, the fourth position is your guys' Denzel and Natalie. They're already established way of relating, okay? So this is the way you guys relate to each other already, like the way you kind of already got it down. Like, this is how we do this, you know, this is how we relate, and this is how we connect, and this is what we do. This is already established way of relating. The Fool. So you guys are both types that are, like, pretty, like, I'll try anything once, or kind of like, I want to do something exciting, or like, let's go for it, you know, let's just go for it. It feels right, it feels good, and just feeling things out and, like, being enthusiastic. Like, I just feel like you guys both have this energy of, like, yes, like, you know, kind of like excited about things and, like, ready to go, like, just can see a lot of beauty in whatever it is, and just, you know, you kind of just want to go for it. So that could have bitten you in the ass in this connection, but we'll see if that was a good idea or not, you know. But either way, it is what it is, you know. You guys connected in some way, right? So it's like it was meant to be because it happened. So, but the Fool here, I just feel like you guys both are very excited, very enthusiastic, kind of want to try things. Go ahead and let's go for it. Like, why not, you know? And that could get you into some trouble, and sometimes it could be a good thing as well, obviously, you know. Let me pick up a few cards. My boyfriend had me thinking, like, he told me, how many cards are in the deck? And, you know, I told him 78. And he's like, yeah, except not in your deck, because I saw one of those cards up in the dresser upstairs, and I'm like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, you know, it doesn't really matter if I'm missing a few. The message will come out, right? That's what I believe anyway. That's how I've always done it, you know? I've never really cared much about the, any cards missing. Like, you know, the message will come out in some other card. And he's like, well, how can the Ten of Swords come out? And I told him, like, a couple cards. Okay, this one, this one, this one. And then he's like, well, what about this? And I'm like, yeah, that one would kind of be hard to make that distinct card, you know, that same message come back out. How would I do that? And so I'm trying to pick up the cards and include them all in every reading, because it's important, right? So, all right. Now, number 5 is your guys' conscious goals. Conscious goals. 2 of Cups. I feel like there's a lot of, in this connection, there's a lot of hope and, like, idealistic kind of thinking, or like what you would imagine something being like is what it, like, you guys have a lot of idealistic, like, you guys really feel like it should be a certain way that's, like, kind of dreamy and kind of unrealistic too, right? But the 2 of Cups doesn't really talk about unrealistic. It talks about a very strong connection. So your guys' conscious goals are to be in a connection that is strong, and you guys are on the same page, things are working out beautifully, and you have the same ideas and same agreeing, disagreeing, same likes, dislikes. Everything's kind of running smoothly because you are so connected, right? And it's just kind of easy. And very, very strongly connected. So I find it funny, though, that you guys have that, because there's so many things that you guys wish for this to be, and I just feel like what is going wrong here? Like there's this, I feel like you guys are mixing your ideas of what you want to be with reality, and it's not always coming out the way that you had thought, you know, it would come out. And that's, you know, maybe causing some disappointments. Okay, so position 6 is decision that needs to be made. Decision that needs to be made between Natalie and Denzel. I'm like, ugh. I'm putting them back in. Crap. Alright, I'm putting them back in. I already said I would, and then I looked at them. I feel like there's a question in the air right now of like, should we give it a break or should we move on? You know? For some reason I'm feeling like, yeah, it's, you guys are kind of still at a crossroads. Oh, decision that needs to be made, right? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense then. But let's see what else we can get from this. Decision that needs to be made. Oh! You know me, dropping cards like crazy. Okay. Decision that needs to be made is coming out as the King of Pentacles. Like we said before, we had the Knight of Pentacles, right? Now, I even said that this isn't the King of Pentacles yet, you know? Now we have the King of Pentacles. Decision that needs to be made. You guys could have some kind of valuables or maybe property, or there's some kind of financial, you know, for some reason you guys got to make some decisions about money or about belongings. Like the King of Pentacles isn't necessarily about money itself, or it's about like items. So it could be like actual personal items you guys have that could be worth something, and maybe they're just worth something, you know, because sentimentally, but really the King of Pentacles is usually about like, he cares about money, he cares about valuable items, he cares about having his possessions that he wants when he wants them. Like he has all these jewels around him. I would say the decision that needs to be made is something about some kind of personal items or money or some kind of, you know, like sharing or trading or splitting or whatever it is. There's some kind of monetary value, like there's something of monetary value that is, you know, a decision that needs to be made with that. You said he does. Okay. Alright, and then the 7th. So how partner B, which is you, sees themselves in this relationship. How does Natalie see herself in this relationship? How does Natalie see herself in this relationship? And again, you guys, if after this reading you find that you don't really have all the answers you need, like what does that King of Pentacles exactly mean, then definitely consider getting the extended. It's going to be $5.55 for one question. You know, it's just the same as the donations I have here. $5.55 for one question, $7.77 for 2 questions, and $11.11 for 3 questions, plus a bonus oracle reading. But if you wanted to get the extended on this, then just, you know, it would be $5.55, and just email me, and we'll schedule that, okay? I'll do a personal video reading for you, 30 minutes. Yeah, I do pretty lengthy video readings. I just kind of get carried away. So, I mean, that's to your advantage, you know, that's fine. So, let's just putting it out there. So, let's see. Knight of Cups. So, you feel like you keep putting yourself forward, I feel like, you know, more than he does. You feel like you keep putting the love out there, or the forgiveness, or the nurturing, or the understanding, or the connecting, or the whatever it is, you know, that is representative of that cup that you are bringing here. You know, you feel like maybe that it's not saying this, but I just feel like since this is your position, you feel like in this reading, you are in this situation that you're in, this is how you're feeling about yourself. It's like, I would say that it's possible that he's not really delivering the same back because you feel like you're the one doing this. So whatever that really means, you know, I just feel like that's what it could be related to, you know. I thought I dropped a card. Okay. So, let's go on to how he feels about himself in this connection. How does Denzel see himself in this connection with Natalie? How does Denzel see himself in this connection with Natalie, please? Welcome, you guys. Woo, woo. Like and subscribe. I don't even know. What? Alright. So how does Denzel see himself in this connection here? I see that PayPal right there. Thank you. Just give me a minute, okay? And I'll get with you in a second, okay? So, thank you very much. Please like this video while you're at it. While you're waiting, leave a good comment. So what does Denzel see himself as in this connection with Natalie? What does Denzel see himself in this connection with Natalie? He feels like he's the one bringing the stability. Like, I feel like overall, like I said, you know, this very idealistic view of the situation you guys are, you know, wanting and hoping for, you know, the idea is to bring stability, to bring love and care and all of those things that everyone, you know, of course wants and everything in relationships, but he feels like he's the one bringing in the most. You know, he feels like he's the one holding it together, he's the one holding it down, and I don't know whether or not that's true, but that's what he's feeling, is that he's kind of, you know, he could be a bit controlling too, or if not controlling, just kind of like there's a certain way that he'd like things to go, and that he feels is the best way to do things. May not agree with that, you know. It could cause some issues there, but because overall, this is how he's seeing himself. Like, he's not really going to be taking no for an answer. He just feels like what makes. See his arms? He's like, he's holding this pentacle, like, he's not going to let go of it, you know? He's hanging on to that thing. It's his, right? So I just feel like with that, it's saying basically he feels like he's in control, like he has to hold what, he has to, you know, be like, you know, he can't really take no for an answer, right? He has to, it has to be a certain way, like he will not, you know what I mean? So there's that. So the issue, this next position, and then we have one more, right? Okay. The next one is the issue that needs to be resolved between you or in your connection. Eight of Swords. So I feel like with the both of you, you guys are both feeling this. And remember, we got this in the other energies as well. Eight of Swords. You guys both, I feel like, if this hasn't happened yet, I feel like it will come to this at one point where both of you are going to be in a position in this situation like you are ready to leave, you know you don't want to be here anymore, but you cannot leave for some reason. And you're keeping yourself stuck. Like, I don't want to say that in a way of like it's your fault that you're stuck. I mean, there could be other reasons, right? I'm very aware of those reasons, some of them anyway. That could be the reason you're there still, not wanting to be. But especially if he's controlling, right? But you know, there could be this whole keeping yourself there, like, because the whole thing about the Eight of Swords, I'm just going to use this one because I feel like you can see it better than what I'm talking about. You see her hands are tied, right? She's got her hands tied, and she's got a blindfold on, and she's got these swords around her, so it's like she's in a situation, right, she can't really get out of, is what she thinks. Swords, mental energy, she thinks. These are her thoughts. This is how you think of yourself right now. It's not really necessarily happening like this. Like, you're not literally tied up, but you feel like, you think that that's what it is. Like, that's what you're rationing with yourself, or rationalizing with yourself as this, I'm stuck, you know? But you see her ankles down here, they're not tied. And the swords, they're really just sticking in the ground, you know? They're not really doing anything, so really, she could literally just walk away at any time, but she doesn't think she can because of this tied up situation. She doesn't think like, oh, my ankles are untied, so I could just like walk away. Even though it might be difficult, I could still actually walk away of this situation. So that's what I want you to think about. If you're ever in that situation where you feel that way, just remember, you know, you have to tell yourself, just repeat to yourself, you know, I can just walk away at any time. I know there's financial, there's kids, there's animals, there's, you know, household situation, you know, financial, there's all kinds of reasons why it's not easy to leave. But can you actually walk away? Yes. And so what Eight of Swords represents is self-imposed restriction, okay? So there are things, there may be other reasons too. This person may actually be physically holding you back. But there are resources or there are avenues that you can explore to get you help, okay? And so I feel like you're just, you know, you might feel, and I have all I feel for you. I'm not at all judging. I'm saying, though, that at one point, it comes to a point when you do have to do something that is uncomfortable if you want to make a change, right? And that could be something that seems impossible now, but it's not. You know, it actually can help you, okay? So that's what you need to think about, or those things. That's what you need to think about, right? Instead of I'm stuck, you need to think about, you know, how can I get unstuck here? Because I can. I know I can. I just need to do it. I just need to either figure out what it is or, you know, just get comfortable with the idea that it's not going to be comfortable doing it. The outcome here is the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like you guys actually could make a turnaround, okay? I don't want to say that if, you know, if this person's abusive to you, I would never recommend or advise or anything, I don't care what the cards say, for you to go back with that person. We have free will, we can make a choice, and I would never tell you to do something like that, okay? So if that's the case here, then it obviously still is your free will, but I just wouldn't recommend that. But, you know, the Nine of Pentacles is representative of somebody who is able to get, you know, she has her shit together, she's got her pentacles around her, but she's also nurturing this bird, and she's also tending this garden and keeping it alive. So it's that whole energy of she has her masculine independence, you know, able to take care of herself and provide for herself, but she also has that feminine nurturing side still. So it's like she hasn't lost that, you know, and that's a thing that we don't see very often in this day and age, right? We don't see, or in any day and age really, we don't see the both masculine and feminine, you know, working together and coming on very strong and just being, you know, together. It's like usually one or the other, or like more of the other than, you know, one of them. So so that's cool. It shows, I feel like it does show hope for this situation. This is the outcome. If it's not showing outcome hope for you and Denzel, I would say it's showing outcome hope for you. Basically, like, you don't need no man, and you don't need it, like, you could still do this on your own, and you can not lose that nurturing feminine side of yourself that's open and giving and trusting and loving and caring and nurturing and all of that, just because of hardship and heartbreak and things that didn't work out that make you, you know, kind of feel kind of cold, you know? We've all been there. Like, there's no doubt about that. I'm just saying, like, if it's not hope for you too, it could still be hope for you, you know? And whatever you decide to do in that situation, it doesn't mean that you cannot turn out to be the Nine of Pentacles just the same, okay? So you can do it on your own too. Don't ever forget that, you know? That could still just be talking about where you end up, right? So, okay. Nice. We did that one. We did a long one, you guys. Cool. All right, Natalie. Thank you, love. It was good to hear from you again. And I hope to be hearing from you again soon. Alright, so, where are we at, you guys? I don't even know. I know we have a few donations in there, so tell me. Jenna, do you know where we are at? I can check too, but I think you might already know. But if not, donated 2 questions. Her first question, oh, awesome, thank you. Okay. Oh, I mean abusive and, like, Natalie, when I was saying abusive, I think I saw in there, you said, like, he's never touched me, he's never, and I don't just mean physically abusive, because there can be abusive, like, if he's controlling, in the actual sense, like, he actually is controlling, that's abusive too, you know, like, that's, I don't even mean just physically, but, that's a whole another topic, but, okay, like, if he's treating me badly, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and say he's probably abusive, right, you know, like, people don't treat people badly and be, like, nice, good, like, you know, anyway, so, Carmen, okay, thank you, Carmen, and let's see. What is it about me that I need to change to form better relationships? Wow. Oh, wow. You're ahead of your time, aren't you? Like, damn. Okay, well, let's see that. Nice question. Is it... you know, you're not asking for my opinion, okay? So I'm gonna just... We're gonna see what the cards say about that. Okay, what is it about you that can change to form better relationships? Is there anything that can be improved about the way that you are or the way that you relate to others? Is there anything that can be improved about the way that Carmen is or the way that she relates to others? Is there anything that can be improved there to help her form better relationships? That one's for you. Okay. Nice. This means a few things. First of all, I see Leo could be in your life, or it could be you. If it's not, that's totally fine. I'm just letting you know that that card means Leo as well in the zodiac. But I first thought when I first saw it, you're gonna need to you're gonna need to gain more strength. And what I mean by that is, you've been through a lot, and things are probably gonna keep happening that aren't so easy. That's a pretty big prediction, but I just see in strength for you, it's saying that, there's a lot that you haven't experienced, and there's a lot that you have too. But in regards to both, you're going to need strength, right? So it's just basically preparing you or getting you. It's funny too, because one of the other cards I saw, I wonder if it's this. No, it's not that one. It must be at the bottom or something. I don't know. Yep. So, but this one I saw, and I feel like it just relates a lot to the strength being here too, because what it means is it's going to take some time. Okay. So the Seven of Pentacles, he's waiting for this garden to grow to its fullest potential, and he's waiting there very patiently, and he's going to wait there until it grows. So you're going to need strength, and you're going to need time and patience, and you're just going to need to go with it. This is the fair thing. This is what's right. Whenever I see the Justice card in a question like this so early, I feel like it's saying, like, if you're confused in any way of what is happening in your life right now, just know that this is the way it's meant to be. Even if it's hard, confusing, or just you don't know where it's going. Just know that this is all part of your journey. It's supposed to be like this right now. This is not wrong. It is right. This is the path you're supposed to be on. That's what I feel like that is saying. There may be some things that you need to reconcile a little bit here and there. Of course, we all have those things. But for this moment, for this instance, you are in the right place, and there's nothing wrong with it, okay? Even if it hurts, you're going through heartbreak, whatever it is, you feel like a fool, you feel like it's all your fault. This is what it's supposed to be right now. You're going to learn certain lessons from this, and just go with it and try to take it all in, right? Just try to take it all, as a learning experience. Just know that it's all going to mean something someday, okay? And it's not like it's all your fault, or that you're just not good enough, I feel like you need to give yourself a little bit of a break. You need to cut yourself some slack here, okay? Not everything works out, and it doesn't mean that it's all your fault. But realistically, though, is there anything, because I know how that feels, you just want to know, literally, like, what can I improve? I know there's something. So let's see if there is anything here that it wants to tell us about. The Tower. This is exactly what I was just talking about, basically. Well, it's basically the same thing I was just saying. The Tower's coming out because it's saying, look, a lot of shit is going to change in your life. Unexpectedly, expectedly. But it's going to be difficult. It's going to be a shock. It's going to be hard to adjust to. I'm not saying, like, you more than anyone else. But I'm just saying what it's letting you know here is that it's inevitable. You are going to experience setbacks, delays, curveballs, whatever you want to call them. Things that happen in life that you didn't expect. Big changes, right? That are kind of hard to deal with. So that's why strength came out first, because it's like, you're going to need that shit, but you have it. Like, it's not saying you're going to have to find it. You're going to have to, it's lost. No, you have it. It's just that you have to realize, you have to remember, and you have to remember that you have that to fall back on, right? You've been through a lot, and you can do this. You can handle this. Everything is what it is for a reason. It's not all your fault. And sometimes people that come and go out of your life are supposed to come and go out of your life. They weren't supposed to stay. I know how hard that is to probably hear, because if somebody told me that, it would be hard for me. But it's the truth, Sometimes it's just supposed to be the way it is. And even if it hurts, Even if we don't understand why ever, it's meant to be. And that's just so that you don't feel bad about yourself, too. Like, don't think it's all you, and that you can't change it now, But I do think that it's all happening for a certain reason. Well, many certain reasons. And there's nothing you can really do about that, okay? Sorry to put it out there like that, but, It's supposed to be this way. And yes, I will need your second question. No, I'm on your first one. Yeah. Actually, I still want to get an answer for you, but I'm afraid it's just going to give me some other answer that's saying like I just feel like the main answer it's wanting to say basically is that it's not really you that you need to be concerned with. It's really probably mostly the people that you're choosing, you know, the situations that you're getting yourself into unknowingly, of course, but you need to recognize, you know, the one thing you could probably do to improve your relationships is recognize what a good relationship and what a bad relationship is from the gate. Like if you start noticing these things early on and you take action, you know, you realize, oh, that's a red flag, not gonna go in that direction, you know, not just like that's a red flag, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. Like, you know, maybe that's the best thing you could do, because really it's kind of saying like changes, people, they come and go, you know, it's not really you, it's just life. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with you or that you couldn't do anything to fucking, but in this situation, that's what it's saying, is that it's not you. Like, it's just life. But the best thing you could do really is have that strength to lean back on. Patience, time will bring you the right person, right? Yes. Okay. Oh, how funny. The card. Look at this card. That was on the ground right now. Judgment, because it's saying, yes, you're just going to have to use your better judgment in the future, right? It's kind of like exactly what I just said. It's funny to me. Funny how those coincidences happen. Okay. How will the Pisces feel when he sees that I DM'd him? Nice. I will get to that in just a second. How will the Pisces feel? Samuel! Ah! I'm so happy you're here. Oh, we're getting the band back together, y'all. See, that's what I was so happy when I really wanted to do that. Okay. How will the Pisces feel when he sees that I DM'd him? Everybody that donated, if anyone at all, I don't know how many did. Jenna has all that information. And I'm so fucking grateful that she does, because then I could really just hone in on the readings. It's nice. It's good. Good stuff, okay? So, alright. Let's just get right into the second question. Everyone that donated, though, if there was anybody else, I'm not really sure what the count looks like right now, but the free list, everything, whoever's waiting, just know that you are waiting for a good reason, because I'm going to give you a really nice, in-depth reading, and we're going to get this thing going, alright? So just sit tight. Please like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks for being here. Let's get your readings taken care of. Okay. Nice, Pope Gal. Hell yeah. Oh, that's so funny. Mystical Intuition said, nice, Pope Gal. Right when I said, nice, Pope Gal. Okay. Please talk to Jenna about these. I know just the other day, Samuel, I was telling somebody that quote you told me about Leos. I have to find it really quick. I have to tell you. I have to remember. You might remember right now, but it's a good quote. I liked it a lot. I was like, oh, this is the fucking quote of the year for Leo. Like, I just thought it was a great way to say it, you know? Crap, I hope I can find it. Alright, I can't find it, but it's like something about Leos or like they're the best leaders when they're the best servers of the group or oh fuck. I just can never remember exactly how you said it and it just bugs me, but maybe one of these days I'll remember. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Woo! Hell yeah, Noah! Thank you! Thank you for recognizing, acknowledging. No. But yeah, your reading's gonna be off the chain. Okay, so the second question was. I totally forgot it. Okay, how will the Pisces feel when he sees that I DM'd him? Sorry about that, Carmen. We're gonna get you going. Okay. So tell me what the Pisces is going to feel like when he or she finds out that Carmen DM'd them. Direct message. Okay. It's not going to be okay. Well, there is some disappointment, but for some reason, I feel like it's not as bad as it could be. No, but it's saying basically, like there's a familiar feeling. Like there's a familiar feeling. You've known this person for a long time or before. They're comfortable with you. Whatever the context of the message was, apparently they're resonating with it or they're relating to it or they're able to accept it in a way that's not too, like they understand, they get where you're coming from, okay? They're not like too harsh about it, but there is something disappointing about this. And I feel like maybe you guys had tried to do something before or something didn't work out before. There was something disappointing before to where, and if not with you, then it could have been with somebody else, okay, that there was this disappointment that they're feeling here. But I say that because with this Five of Cups, it's like the Three Cups that are knocked down there representing, you know, things that kind of already happened that didn't work out, that were disappointing, right? And then these Two Cups in the back are two chances that the person still has to make something of it. But they don't see that. You see how their back is turned to those Two Cups right there. So they don't even see it. They're just like probably going to trailblaze right over. They don't even know it's there. So they might miss that opportunity. That disappointment, if they're looking at it, you know, look how fierce, you know, they're just laser focused on that they're dwelling on those Three Cups that are knocked down, you know, representing something in the past that's already happened and didn't work out. They're dwelling on that. So if they keep doing that, then they're not going to see this in a good light. But if they can see and recognize that they do have Two Cups behind them that can still make something happen of this, then it's all good, you know. But let's see what happens. Self-imposed restriction for them too. So they're in a situation, it's funny because you said they're a Pisces. You know how, I'm no hate on Pisces, Pisces moon, I have a Pisces moon, okay? But, there's that feel sorry for me or that victim mentality type thing, remember? Like that whole like, you know, poor me is what they say with Pisces. And so I feel like that self-imposed restriction, like they are in a situation where they feel like they are stuck, but it's really themselves keeping them stuck. You know, maybe they're not aware of it. A lot of people aren't aware of that, you know, when they're feeling sorry for themselves. They don't realize really that that's kind of what it is, you know? And it could be a mixture of things. But for them, they're just in a situation where they feel like, you have a Pisces moon. Oh, nice. Sisters. Okay. So, but yeah, you know how sometimes that can happen. You could feel sorry for yourself a little too long and kind of get stuck in a situation where you don't realize it's kind of like you who needs to like step up or get yourself out of it, you know, like, and not just feel sorry about it, you know. And I feel like they're just in a disappointing ass situation that they feel sorry for, not necessarily feel sorry for themselves, but they just are kind of stuck there because of their own, like whatever excuse they give or whatever kind of thing that they're putting out right now, it's like they just aren't realizing that like it's not just like the world is against them, you know. It's like they can do something about this, you know, but they're just kind of choosing to be stuck here. Yeah, so your Venus is in Pisces. Yeah, I've dated a Venus in Pisces. But it's not like a bad thing. It's like, ever in the past, if I ever, like, made somebody feel like fucking I was just way too serious about things. It's like, that's how I feel with, like, my current boyfriend who's a Venus and Taurus. It's just, like, too serious. Like, everything has to just, you know, and it's just fucking, like, annoying. Like, if I've ever done that to somebody, which I probably have, because I see myself in this person. I see, like, I used to be like that. Oh god, that's what that was like. Okay, I feel bad for the people who have done that. No, it's not that bad, but I'm just saying, like, it's just, like, I'm like, okay, it's not that serious. It's like the first time in my life I'm saying, it's not that serious. Like, you know, and it's funny, because it's like, I used to be way too serious. Anyway, Venus and Pisces are pretty cool. They're very emotional and very feeling, you know, they're gonna understand, and they're gonna be able to get deep with you, I feel like, you know, but they're also gonna, I feel like when, I always think about couples, it's like, what's it like when you guys fight, you know? How is it when you fight? If you can fight in a way that isn't nasty, then you have a better chance of being together longer, you know? Like, if you fight nasty, it's just like you're, you know, it's gonna be a nasty, toxic relationship. I mean, you know, like, how do you fight? Do you guys get along? Can you talk? Blah, 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 when you're fighting. Like, how is that? And with Venus and Pisces, I feel like they have a tendency to feel sorry for themselves. They have a tendency to feel like they're the victim, or they're the one getting hurt, or they're the one that it's on them that, you know, like, they're the one it's, like, they're getting the shit end of the stick, you know, and it's not always the case. Okay. So, he will feel disappointed for some reason, kind of like he's stuck in a situation, like he can't, it's like he'll give some kind of excuse, I feel like he'll give some kind of excuse of, like, for whatever that means. When we fought, it wasn't nasty. I just feel like, go back to the first reading, I had a lot of healing to do. It's not sad necessarily. I feel like it's more disappointment. It's more not seeing what can still be there, you know? And just kind of feeling like, aw, you know, it's just, you know, heartbroken for sure. I mean, you know, I suppose that could be what it is too, you know? It's just, but the main point I'm trying to make is, like, it's a person who feels like something went wrong and it can't really be fixed. Like, they're not seeing the other chances that it has. And so, because it's Five of Cups, it could just mean they're not seeing it yet, right? Because if it's there, it's kind of like, okay, it's there. So maybe all they need is to turn their ass around and see that it's there and actually give it a shot, you know? So at least it's there, right? It's just not there right now in their mind. Like, they just don't see it right now, how it could be possible. Okay, so you said, I'm now in a situation where I'm able to give back the money. I don't know if he wants the money back, but all I said was, where you at? Because I'm able to pay you back. Well, that's good. So does he think you're not seeing? So does he not believe you or something? Because look, does he not believe that that you can do that, or does he's disappointed maybe that, okay, well, let's see. Because, oh, I bet you. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna use the same deck or a different deck? I'm gonna use the same one, I guess. Yeah. Me giving him back money. Yeah, exactly. I feel you. It's like, that's why I'm like, does he feel like you just aren't gonna really do it, or? Yeah. Okay. Got you. Okay. That's why I was kind of like, he's disappointed about something. I don't really know. Like, yeah. Alright. So I haven't spoken to him since June. Alright, so then, yeah. Why is he disappointed? What is he feeling about this money situation? Why is he disappointed? Give us more insight as to why he's disappointed, or what he's feeling like isn't going to happen, or what's he feeling about the money situation? Let's see about that. What's he feeling about that situation? Wow! Holy shit! Okay, wow. So first of all, I do want to note that I'm seeing an action being taken without forethought, without much forethought anyway, like somebody takes an action kind of too soon. And if they're an earth, if they're a fire or air sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, if they're any of those, then I would say that they are probably going to be okay with this sudden action. It won't really have too many regrets attached to it later on. But if they're earth or water, it definitely could affect them more and be more of a, like, ouch, I shouldn't have done that. Here, I do see about the money situation between you guys. They're feeling like they're not really sure how to feel about it, you know? The money, or I'm sorry, the money. The moon card represents confusion. Pisces also, what we were just talking about, which is funny. But it's talking about, confusion, like not really knowing where you're at with a person, not really knowing where you stand with a person, rather. And the Three of Wands is talking about, like, they are thinking about the past. So when they see this DM, right, they're thinking about the past, they're not really sure how to feel about it. Then we have, I feel like, Temperance, they've made peace with it, they've made peace with it, and they feel like you guys will reunite. Can you believe that? So, I feel like they can put it in the past and actually feel like, hey, what you been up to, kind of thing, which is weird because. So let's see what that disappointment was about then, because I feel like maybe we shouldn't go without knowing what that was about. What's this disappointment here before she tries to get into a relationship with this person again? Or whatever the case is here with whatever she tries to do or wants to do with this, but this person sees a reunion happening. Or, that it's possible. They've made peace with it. They've forgiven you. So what's the disappointment here with the DM? Do they feel like they're not good enough? Or, like, what's the Five of Cups here for the DM? So something happened between you guys. You guys stopped talking, and but however that went down, like, it went down in a certain way where someone was blocked or someone was just kind of like cut off or something. Like someone would just kind of like got no answer after a while. And because I see the Four of Cups here of like someone not giving or taking any offers, somebody just kind of like literally just silent. Like you can't reach them, you can't get through or whatever. Whether it was you or them who couldn't reach you or you who couldn't reach them. Seven of Pentacles is saying that, it's going to take some time here for this to reestablish itself. But I feel like they are thinking about, like, there was a nurturing between you guys. But something is telling them to not go forward back into that. Something is telling them, hold off, wait, gather more information first. But this was a connection that felt almost motherly, I guess you could say. Nurturing, comforting, understanding, like a mother should, right? It's not all mothers. They don't all do this, but they should, what you would think of as the ideal mother, right? Nurturing, caring, supportive. And so there's that energy there. So it's very strong. Like they know you're a genuine person, I would say they know that you're like kind of like an actual person that wouldn't judge them unnecessarily, or just like if they said something that they felt, they wouldn't just be made fun of or something, or like be told to toughen up by you. So there's that nurturing energy that will always be there, but something's telling them to hold off. The other thing here is the Fool, which is why I feel like, that decision that might be made without thinking, I don't know how that's going to affect you guys. It's obviously there for a reason. It's saying there is going to be some kind of like, action taken without much forethought. Like, or it could just be like tomorrow, like very soon, very quickly, very without much, to decide upon about it, The Fool, though, I feel like you guys, like, there will be an urge to jump back into this, and there will be an urge to kind of just go for it and see where it goes, and like, oh, it could be exciting, and just kind of like not really thinking. Like the Fool itself, I mean, he's jumping off a cliff. I mean, he's about to go off a cliff, and his dog is like, dude, what are you doing? And he's just like, la da da, like he doesn't even see it, like. So I don't know. Like I'm still trying to figure out what that disappointment was about. That's why I said, what was the Five of Cups about? Because I thought maybe it wasn't disappointment exactly, but if it was the Five of Cups, what do we need to know about it? I still don't really know how to explain that one. All I know is, shit, y'all may be getting the band back together. No. But I mean, that is up to you. Like I said, it's tarot. It's not like telling you what you're going to do. Like, you can decide what you want to do either way. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. But if you don't want to ever rekindle, I mean. But it looks like that could be an option in this person's mind, which is kind of funny because of the whole, you know, vibe we were getting before. Of like, not so sure how to feel about that. Look at this. He's about to go off this cliff, and his dog is like, dude, what the, you know, like, what are you doing? And he's just like yelling at him, you know, ah. And he's just like, I don't even know, I'm about to jump off the cliff. New exciting stuff that I don't have to look clearly at. Like, you know, like, it's kind of just like blind, right? Just kind of like in all the excitement. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. It's good shit. That's a good question. That's a good question. You said, so in other words, he's going to take me paying him back as a way to try to reestablish a relationship. And I can't say that for sure. It does seem as though, in a way, that is kind of what I'm saying, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily in that way. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't have enough information to know. Like, I could ask that, but it's like I just don't have, from what we've already read now, I don't know exactly if that's, you know, why he would want to establish it, or if there's other reasons, you know. There could be other reasons. But shit, is it gonna be yeah, it does seem like it's gonna be something with a lot of potential for them, for sure. And I don't know why that is. But that is a good question. I feel like, you know, it's definitely possible that they're thinking, like, you know, they're really thinking, right, about this. They're thinking, like, is this person more mature, or is this person, you know, this person's actually gonna pay me back? Like, wow, okay, that means that's saying something, you know? Yes, Noah. I agree completely. Yeah, it is it's up to you. You know, it really is your free will that kind of controls all, right? But here's the idea. Here's some guidance. Here's the little, you know, thing that you can know about that. So yeah, no, but I do think that there's definitely a chance that you guys will rekindle. At least in this person's mind, that's what they're kind of wanting to do, you know? Which is really interesting to me because... But you seem to be, like, not trying to do that, which is good, you know? I mean, whatever. It is what it is. I'm just saying it's good that you're trying to rebuild your life. You're like, I have my standards. Like, I'm not going to break them. And that's a good thing. That's a great thing to do because a lot of people can't do that. No, but, oh yeah, I remember that Libra person, that ex of yours. Okay, thank you, Carmen. Thanks, girl. He hasn't even opened it. You are in for one. Yeah, there's... Right? Thank you. No, I mean, if you, another thing too, Carmen, I don't know if you were here before. I think you were, though, when I was talking about the extendeds. If you wanted to do an extended on this, then we'll go 30 minutes in personal video reading just like this, and I'll show you the cards we get, and we'll look into it further. So if you'd like to do that, too, we can do that, too. It's only $5.55. Well, one question, $5.55, two questions, $7.77, and three questions, $11.11. Just like how it is on here in the description. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Jenna. Okay. Hi, Anna. I want to know how if my Scorpio, her name is Chrissy, is over me or how she feels. Okay. For future actions, like texting me, and do you see us getting back together? We're in no contact. Gotcha. Okay. I'll be doing that tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be doing that tomorrow. Okay. Coolness. All right. So let's see. Oh yeah, sorry about that, you guys. Whoever is on the free list, sorry about that you're having to wait. But that's kind of why I give donation. I allow donations on these free ones because some people don't want to wait. You know. So I'm like, all right, you know. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm excited to hear from you, Carmen. Cool. Yes. Cool. Thank you. Nice. Okay. So, all right. I'm excited to do those readings. Those are really fun. All right. So we want to know for Poke Gal. My name is Anna. I want to know how, if my Scorpio, her name is Chrissy, is over me or how she feels. We will go into that one first. How does Chrissy feel about Anna right now today? How are her feelings for her? Can you describe them for us? Can we know how she's viewing her at this moment, at this time? Can we know how Chrissy feels toward Anna today, right now, please? It's a new deck, so it's kind of hard to shuffle. Super hard to shuffle. Can we know how Chrissy feels towards Anna today, please? What are her feelings for Anna romantically, please, today? Okay. How's Chrissy feeling towards Anna today, romantically, please? Or lately, as of late? Thank you. I see that PayPal donation. Thank you. Just speak with Jenna, and I'll be with you in a moment, okay? 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands. Okay, so she is feeling like there is some direction she's going to go in with this, okay? So if we can know that information, please. The Devil and the 6 of Wands. So, and Page of Wands. So either this person was a person who got a lot of attention or wanted a lot of attention, tried to get a lot of attention, you know? Could have been attention seeking, right? And or it could be that you were that way, or maybe this situation just got a lot of attention. I don't know, but somebody is looking to be praised in a way, or they want to be admired or recognized, or they want to be remembered, or they want like you to admit something and say something that they would like you to like recognize about the situation. You know, they want. I feel like they want you to say something specific to them that is like gonna make them feel, you know, like you understand where they're coming from, you know. And I'm getting it as the Devil. Excuse me. There could be a Capricorn person involved here, or there could be a younger, whoever is the younger person could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. If not, disregard it. But I'm just letting you know what these cards mean in their zodiac, you know, in the zodiac. So I feel like there is a toxicity to this situation. Like there is negativity, there is something that's holding you guys back from relating in a more healthy way or connecting, whatever that, you know, may be. But there's just a negative, there's just bad influences, or there's bad ways you guys go about things are just, there's a toxicity to this. And I feel like that isn't going anywhere, you know, like that's kind of what it's headed towards here. At least that's what they feel, you know, that's how they're feeling about it, that it is and also with the Page of Wands there, right, it's like they feel like if they were to go towards it now, it would be too soon. So I do think that they are hoping, or not hoping, I do think that they see it, that it's possible for it to be something again, like not necessarily, like, I don't think they've given it much thought, but I think that they see that it's possible that it could reconnect. But if it does, especially right now, it would be way too soon, and the toxicity, you know, there was something that wasn't said, like there was something that somebody didn't apologize for, didn't kind of own up to, or didn't acknowledge about hurting somebody else or something. You know, there's something that somebody wants to be recognized for something that isn't, you know, there's a toxicity here. So I would say that there's unfinished business, but this person feels like it's not the time. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Scorpios don't forgive easily. Okay. Okay, and then we have I think Poke Gal, though, I do think at this time she's not ready to. She thinks it would be all bad right now if you guys did it right now, or if it rekindled right now, you know? She thinks it would. Well, it's not all bad, but she just thinks it would be too soon, right? The Page of Wands. You know, without thinking, kind of just taking action, that would be a regretful thing later. Okay. So her future actions. Any future actions coming from Chrissy to Anna, please. We need to know any future actions coming to Chrissy from Anna. I mean, coming from Chrissy to Anna. Is Chrissy taking action towards Anna in the future here? Do we see that? Any actions in the future? This is a new deck, so it's kind of hard to shuffle, you guys. Okay. So, any actions from Chrissy to Anna. Any actions from Chrissy toward Anna in the near future, please? What is Chrissy's next action toward Anna, please? Oh, wow. So, get this. The next action to you is actually going to make you feel somewhat secure here. I feel like it's going to either be a, if it's not closure, which I don't necessarily feel like it's closure. I don't see the Libra card here. That's my closure card. So I do see here, though, the Knight of Pentacles, them bringing something to you that makes you feel secure or brings you toward more security. So, like, offering you a job, or it has something to do with the past. You know, them thinking about the past when offering this to you. And it could have to do with somebody who abandoned someone else. So if they, I don't know exactly what went down with your guys' situation. We haven't quite looked into it in that way yet. But just know, like, whatever, however this relates, whoever was the person who felt like, I feel like one of you felt like the other person kind of abandoned them and just kind of left them out in the cold and just kind of, like, dropped them. And whoever felt like that, I would say that they are feeling... Well, I mean, whoever, because it could be them too, if that's... I just know that when they come and bring you this secure thing, it's related to that abandonment. Like, it's almost... If it's them who abandoned you and they're going to bring this to you, then it's like they feel bad about it, or they're trying to, you know, make up for it or something. And if it's them who felt like you abandoned them, this offering to you has something to do with that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know exactly what that means, but it has something related to that feeling of abandonment, or how you guys separated so coldly, or how you guys kind of just dropped off and you weren't there for each other anymore, you know? So maybe this is them being there for you again in some way, you know, kind of trying to make it right. 9 of Cups. So there's going to be something here that either this person is doing this because they want to get something out of it for themselves, or they aren't seeing exactly what what they think it's going to be is not exactly what it's going to be. There could be, well, let's see what the result of that is. Two of Cups. So, okay. It actually works out. They feel like... Okay, when I say it actually works out, just know that that could play out in many different ways. Okay, so don't, you know, just know that the 9 of Cups, it looks like they're going to get what they want here. If what they want is definitely this 2 of Cups, they want that connection again. So whenever this happens, they're going to bring you something that makes you feel more secure, or brings security to your life. It could be a job or some kind of, I mean, you know, it could literally be money. I mean, I don't know what it would be. Can you want to move in? I mean, I don't know. It's just something that makes you feel more secure. Maybe even just words said, right? It's just something that provides you a pentacle. Surprisingly, you know, with this person. So you feel like you have a little bit more security now. You feel like you have a little bit more stability, or you know, whatever this is that they're bringing to you. But yeah, it's like I think that they want to reconnect at some point. But I feel like they're wanting it for a certain reason that is not known to you. Like there's something about it that is not sneaky. That's the word I'm getting though. It's like something that they're undercover, like trying to get out of it. Even though it does provide them with the Two of Cups, it's also, I feel like, providing them with something else that they want, that they're being kind of greedy about. Like they want this for themselves, or they want it and they know you can provide it. I don't know what it is. But it seems like there's more to it than just, you know, that connection. Like they want something out of it. Do you see us getting back together? Okay. Let's see here. You're in no contact currently. Well, I do see them bringing you something. So they will be, you know, communicating with you and trying to say something, you know, connect with you again. I don't know if romantic. It does seem that way, though. It seems like that eventually will become romantic. But, of course, anything can happen in between that time and now to change the, you know, course of events and way that it can, you know, turn out. But it does seem like that would be the idea. The only thing I'm worried about is that there is some kind of reason that they want this other than just wanting it, you know? There's something that they want out of it. And I don't know exactly what that is, but it feels like it's not something that you would really be liking too much. Or something that would be in your best interest to know, because it might change your mind about the whole situation. So if you want the extended reading, we can look into that, okay? Because that's kind of something that we got to really look into, right? At least for 30 minutes. Okay, so, let's see. I do see the tower here. So it says, will you guys be back together? The tower, I don't do reversals, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. So something, shocking. The tower here. Aren't these cool? You have no idea what means. Oh, I'll explain it. Don't even worry. I wasn't done yet. So, I want to get these cards down here really quick. That's bothering me a lot. Okay. So whenever I get the tower, I always tell people, look, it's just basically saying, do not try to change things. Like, try to flow with things. There's going to be a lot of change that comes into your life. With your question, I feel like what it's saying basically is that there's going to be a lot of ups and downs, backs and forths. You're not going to know when it's going to happen, and it's going to be kind of random. It's going to kind of just happen when a lot of change is happening. You know, when a lot of change is happening at the time, that will be one of them. Ten of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, I feel like maybe that's what they're bringing to you, is that stability. So for some reason, money could have a lot to do with it, especially with the Ten of Pentacles here. I definitely think that money could have a lot to do with it. I don't want to disregard that, because obviously Ten of Pentacles is like a lot of fucking pentacles. It's the most you can get. So I feel like also with the Wheel of Fortune, it's something that just kind of brings a lot of stability to your life. Whatever the pentacles mean for you, right? Pentacles could mean security, stability, money, you know, stability, security, money, safety, you know, whatever it is. Like, it could be a home, you know, it could be a it could be you know, a relationship. Whatever it is, it's something that makes you feel stable, secure, puts your life in order, kind of thing. It brings that to your life, so it's always a good thing. It's just, and with the Ten of Pentacles, it's a very good thing. And with the Wheel of Fortune, so that's why I was feeling like before with that card, the Knight of Pentacles. Like, they're bringing something of stability to your life in some way. So I feel like you guys will have a secure... It might not even be a secure connection. That's what I feel like in the beginning when we saw the devil there. It's like there is the toxicity to this, and I don't know how far that goes. I just know that it's not just going to be easy. You know what I mean? It's not just like, oh, those things go away. You know what I mean? So But it could have to do with money or stability. Like you could live in a nice house. Like I just feel like there's gonna be this sense of like, yeah, we have it all together financially. Like we have everything we really want and need, but then that's the point in time when you guys are gonna have to decide, like, is this really what we want? Is to be together because we have everything we need, you know, as far as, you know, material items. But am I happy? So that's going to be something that we're going to have to decide at that time. But that's just what I feel is kind of the major issue there, is that you guys will be back together, most likely, unless something else changes that, unless some other reason why you decide not to, or they decide not to, which you guys can totally do. You have free will, so there's no doubt about it. Like, you can definitely not go in that direction. But if you do decide to do that, there's going to be something, I predict there's going to be something there that you guys are going to be questioning, like, why aren't we happy with this? Like, there's something that you guys just don't relate, or you guys just don't make it just doesn't work, even though it works, kinda, because of all the stuff around you, or the stability that you have. It's like, it's just not something, you know, there's something that's missing there. Okay. All right. Ha, that's funny, because they're providing stability to your life, remember? So that's funny. I wonder how that's going to play out. You're going to recognize it and be like, okay, so it really kind of is balls in your court, you know? Interesting. I like that. Well, that's good. That's a sign of hope there. Just know that nothing's perfect, okay? So just know it might come back together in a way that makes you feel like it's all going to be perfect. And there's going to be something that you have to realize at some point. I just feel like there's something that you're not seeing, or there's something that both of you aren't seeing, or just, you know, there's something that needs to fucking be taken care of and resolved, you know? And I don't know how. Of course it's possible. It's just, it looks like it's going to be tricky, right? You know? So just keep that in mind, you guys. Pope Gal. No, I don't think it would be a good time right now. I don't think they think it would be a good time right now, but I feel like, yeah, it could definitely be in the future for sure. Again, all up to you, right? Definitely up to you guys. You have a free will, right? So you can decide. Um, that looks like that's what, you know, the whole situation is for now. If you'd like an extended, definitely get that information from Jenna and let's do it. And who is up next? I just want to address you right now. Is that Noah who's next, or? Noah is next. Okay, Noah. I just want to address you personally right now because I don't want you to, like, you know, worry at all. I am going to take a 5-minute break, but I will be back in 5 minutes. It's a 5-minute break, and we will do your readings. Okay? So please stay here until then, and I will be right back. Okay? And thank you, you guys. Okay. Got some gummy bears in my system. I'm good. So, Noah. Yeah, see, I've been trying to find my soul tribe. Glad you guys know about that. Anyway, you retracted your message, Noah. Do you think you can post it again? Unless you have it, Jenna, but I mean, that was pretty fast. That was pretty fast. You think I'm that fast, Noah? I'm sorry, I'm just not that fast. You can just do one at a time, though, please. And I'll let you know when I'm ready for the next. Well, you said the second one depends on the first one, right? I really don't do yes or no's. And I mean, I'd love for you to donate, but I'm not gonna, bullshit you. I really don't do yes or no's like that. Because I feel like nothing really is a yes or no. You know what I mean? Like, unless someone dies, then it's like, oh no, it's not gonna happen, I guess. But like, other than that, I feel like anything's really, anything can change at any time, so I don't like to do the yes or no thing, but, I really don't want to turn you down, if there's another question you have, maybe you can donate for that, or something. It's all good. Okay, Noah, we are just waiting for your question. Okay, let me retype my question. Made a mistake and deleted it. No worries at all. God, gummy bears are good. I'm making some gummies. Well, I'm not tonight, but my boyfriend and I are making gummies. 420 friendly gummies. Anyone's interested, in buying seeds as souvenirs, right? Just as souvenirs, right? NuggiesSeedCompany.com. About to drop in the next few days. Excuse me. About to drop in the next few days, maybe a week or so. Maybe, give or take a few days. Nuggies Seed Company. You guys should check it out. Website's about to drop in about a week or so. They're just finishing up getting some things together. So I'm manifesting a specific person in my life as a divine/soulmate connection. I want to know if this person is my soulmate/destined partner. Okay. What have we here? Alright, so let's see. Is this person that you've been manifesting Well, that's like a yes or no question almost. So let's see what we can know about this person that you've been manifesting. What do we need to know about this person? Oh no, it's not my website. It's not my website. It's my boyfriend's website though. But it'll be dropping. It hasn't dropped yet, so it's not going to be available for you guys to see yet. But just keep that little one in mind, you know? For seeds, if you want some seeds. As souvenirs only, right? Okay. So... Okay. Yeah. Okay, I should have clarified more, but... Okay. Tell us what we can know if this person is your soul mate or divine connection. Can we know more about this person, please? If they are meant to be together. That's what we need to know about this. Oh, I saw it, yeah. I don't always include... That's just these right here. It was a few more than I really wanted it to be, so I just didn't include it. Don't worry, guys. Every reader reads differently. If I see a card and I want to include it and I feel like it should be, then I'll include it. Like that one right there that I didn't need to include, but it flipped over and I saw it, so I just felt like, okay, I saw it. I can't really not include it now, you know? Okay, that card, by the way, was the Temperance card. So I do feel like, in a way, if we could answer a yes or no to this, what I could say is this person or you and this, I mean, you guys in this connection feels like this person is meant to be because it makes your life easier. It makes your life not as crazy or it brings more harmony to your life. You know, you feel that in this connection. So that's why I would say that in a sense it is meant to be because it feels, you know, it makes life easier. It makes life better. It makes life happier. And of course, that's what we want, right? So, but I do see the Eight of Swords as well. So the Eight of Swords is, for some reason, there's something holding you guys back. I'm not exactly sure. I don't have enough context at all to even dig into what that could mean. But there is something where... I'm curious, like, what's holding you guys back, because there's this feeling of like stuck or like trapped, but it's not really that way, but it feels that way, pushing somebody away. Okay, so now I'm starting to see this is unfolding as kind of a like someone's pushing someone away as a Aw. I don't like to hate on my exes. Anyway, so what I'm saying here is that, you know, somebody's pushing somebody away. And with the Seven of Wands, I feel like it's usually unnecessary, like it's exaggerated, it's kind of paranoid. You know, it's not really that the person is against you, it's just that it seems that way. They disagree with you, but that doesn't mean they don't have your best interests at heart. And in fact, disagreement, it's a good thing because, first of all, they're standing up for themselves and saying what they feel, even if it's against what you feel, even if they love you, right? And they're still genuinely themselves and authentic. Like, you can trust that they're honest, you know, at least. And they're not against you. It has nothing to do with being against you. And they still have your best interest at heart. So I feel like at one point there's some situation where, yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Tell us more about this. Can you give us the sign? I do see Sagittarius here, but that would be the Temperance card, of course. He's a foreigner. Interesting that you'd say he's a foreigner right when I say Sagittarius, because Sagittarius rules the 9th house, right? And the 9th house is higher learning, or like, you know, foreign places. Like, it's like long distance travel, you know, or 3rd house is short distance travel, 9th house is long distance travel. So that's to like a foreign country or something. So that's interesting. That's interesting that you said that. You said he's a Libra. What? I didn't know that about Tim, Jenna. What the hell? Damn, okay. What did his mom have to say about that, right? Oh, let me guess. Nothing. Yeah, that's why he's even fucking thinking that's okay. No, I'm kidding. Okay, yeah. My Mercury's in Libra, and I feel like that's how I feel a lot about things. Like, my shit changes a lot. Okay, so, sorry about that. Sorry. Sorry about that, love. Noah. Alright. So, if we can find anything out about this, of course we get the King of Swords. Like I said, somebody who's honest, right? So, you know, it's kind of like what I was saying. Like, at least that person's straight up with you. You know, the King of Swords, that's how it is. It's like, there's not much emotion behind it. It's just factual. Like, what happened here? This is what I think, and this is what it is, and this is what, you know, it's not like how I feel about it. It's like the facts, you know, like, this is just what it is, to be honest, you know? Right? Like, just to be honest, I mean, and it's just straightforward, and it's just cutthroat almost. It's cold, even, and impersonal. You know, it feels like, ouch. But it's the truth, right? So, whatever this is, it's like this person is, I feel like it's them, unless you feel like you feel that way. You know, like you're just being straight up and honest, and, you know, you can't help it, you know, they just can't take it sometimes, you know, unless you feel like they are like that, then I would say it's them. I normally get the King of Swords when I'm doing a reading with him. Yeah. He is blunt, like a Sag. But yeah, I would say that that would be him then, most likely. Right? Because that's them, like, being the straight up and honest and being like, sorry, this is just what it is, but it's not like against you, you know? But, and I don't even feel like, let's see, who's pushing who away? And why is there the pushing away? Why is there the pushing away even though this is an easier situation for both? Like, what is it? I sense it's probably fear, but, we need to know about them pushing away. And then I'll get to your second question, okay? Someone is feeling bad about themselves, like they're not good enough, wanting to create things, wanting to, like, have something to show for themselves. It's kind of like you guys are growing up. And I feel like this is you then. You said he's a risk taker, and I feel like this is you then. Because this person ain't no risk taker. This person's very fucking focused on stability, security, trying to gain that, and trying to be something that's, you know, stable, not important, but stable. Something that is, you know, something to show for themselves, you know? Feels very bad about themselves about this. And I feel like so it's you trying to push them away. Because you're focused here on this Pentacle and this Ten of Pentacles. Like, you're like, I'm trying to be serious about my financial situation, about my stability, about my security, about my money, about my life, you know, and I feel like I can't measure up. I feel like I cannot provide. I feel so you push him away, is what I'm getting here, you know. Even though love is so strong, it's like, even if you don't physically push him away, you... Unless you don't, you know, if you don't physically push him away, it could even just be within the relationship, right? It could just be like, you guys are kind of distancing because you're kind of feeling bad about yourself, feeling insecure, so you're not opening up as much, you know? And so you're kind of simultaneously pushing them away without meaning to, you know? Okay. That makes a lot of sense with what you just said right there, yeah. I can see that. I can understand, okay. So don't feel like that, no. But that will ruin a lot of things for you because you're pushing him away at the same time. You know, you're not even allowing that to kind of come through because you're, like, not sure that you even deserve it. And so that's nonsense, you know? I know you can't help but do it, but yeah, I mean, really. Nice. Yeah, yeah, Aquariuses have hard lives, you know? It's hard to, it's hard to figure out where you fit in this shit. And you guys see things differently a little bit too, and so it's hard to connect with people, I feel like, too, and relate to a lot of people because you're just like, I do not agree with that. You know, like, what the fuck planet am I on where I just see through this bullshit? You know, like, you guys are just different, you know? It's nice, though. So, that's what I'm saying too, is that, like, if you, don't believe that shit. Don't believe that, like, you're not good enough, because it's like, that won't work, you know? If you want the best thing to happen, you know, like, you gotta, I don't know. I know how you feel, though, so I know it's harder than that, but, I mean, I don't know exactly how you feel, but. Alright, so let's see here. Your second question was, what advice can you give about this connection? Very good question. Let me use this deck. What advice is there to give about this connection to Noah, please? And thanks, you guys, everyone who's here, everyone who's liked and subscribed and asked a question and donated and all of that. I love you guys and appreciate it. And I'm going to help you out right now, okay? We're going to get to you. Don't forget. Don't fall asleep. I won't fall asleep and I will not forget. So, make sure to get your extended readings as well. If you haven't liked this video yet, please do now. Okay. Okay. Any advice here about this connection for Noah, please? Any advice about this connection for Noah, please? You guys need to check here's the thing. Your guys' connection, I feel like you guys are young still. You know, there's a lot of young energy here. And maybe that's because I'm seeing this Page of Pentacles too. Page of Pentacles. It's like, you guys are trying so hard to just be something stable. You know, it's like you have this idea of what stable is or what in your mind, like, you would like to be. And I feel like you're just, you guys are kind of fighting each other at the same time. Like, there is a bit of immaturity there, I feel like, with the whole way you guys handle things and, like, the way you guys go about things. Like, there could be a lot more of, like, kind of just getting along and working things out together in an equal way rather than somebody trying to always win. Like, that's what somebody's always trying to, like, win or beat someone, and it's not. That's a toxic ass way to fucking relate to each other, you know? Like, it's not going to work out very well with that kind of mindset. So just, again, though, I feel like a lot of it is stemming from some kind of fear someone has of connecting. Like, it could come from both of you guys, and that's not an uncommon thing, so I wouldn't be surprised. But it's just this whole thing of, I feel like you guys are kind of like, you have to you have to win because, you don't trust fully that the other person isn't going to be there. Like, you feel like you're going to get screwed over if you don't make it out on top, and that's a horrible way to live. I mean, it's not really a choice, but it's a subconscious thing, but I feel like you guys just don't trust each other all the way, so you kind of still want to win every time because you don't trust that you'll get what you need, or, like, you'll get the shit end of the stick, or you'll get asked out if you don't, like, stand up and protect yourself and get the best out of it. It's like you guys have this fear of being overcome or something, or, like, having the other person, like, even abandoned, right? So you don't want to, sometimes you guys might try to abandon the other first because you don't want to be the one who's abandoned, and that, you see how that's going to go. It's like, then you guys are just abandoned. Doesn't matter who's abandoned. If somebody's abandoned, you guys both lose, You guys both lose. I mean, that's just how it is. Like, you guys will not make that work if you're both fighting and just against each other, trying to, you're pretty much trying to be there for yourself, and well, you should, but, I mean, when it comes down to it, you guys still have to have that sense of, like, but we're still together, so we care, you know, we have each other's best interest at heart. Like, that's what matters, you know? Like, so try to, no. Try to remember that, though. That's the advice, right? That's the advice. See, it came out again. That's the advice, is what I'm saying, is that, you know, you can, and now that you're getting this reading, you really can actually try and make this happen, you know, because before, if you didn't know this, then maybe you wouldn't even have thought of it, but now you can. So don't think of it as necessarily a bad thing. I mean, the advice is you guys need to kind of be a bit more mature about it, you know, when you argue, and not be kind of at each other's throats trying to, you know, it's like you guys are together, be a team, don't try to win. Because if one of you guys wins and one of you guys loses, then you both lose. Because either that person who wins is alone. Great, you know? Like, you're alone now, you know? And the other person is alone now too. And it's like, you guys aren't together. So if you guys aren't together, you're losing. And so winning is not going to be good. You know, it's not about winning unless you both win, right? So come up with those win-win situations. Yes, communication's key. That's a good way to look at it. Yeah. But even more so, just tackle that whole issue of like somebody having to win. It's like you guys have to focus on like you both winning, you know? Like what is the solution that's going to work for both of us in an equal way, you know? That's where it's at. Okay. And was that the second? Was there only 2 questions? I feel like there was another question, but okay. Noah. Good, yes. Noah, Nicole, Valerie, Carmen. And then we got our free list. I did not forget about you. Well, Jenna didn't forget about you. No, I didn't either, so don't worry. We'll get to everyone. Okay, thank you, Noah. So just keep that in mind, though, you know? Just keep that in mind, like, when you guys argue. Because that's the time when it's really hard to keep that in mind, right? So it's, you know, if you guys argue, just try to keep that in mind. Like, look, it's not about winning right now. It's not about, like, oh, I'm right. It's about, like, okay, even if I'm right and they're not seeing it that way, how can I make this work for both of us? Like, how can I, okay, agree to disagree in some, you know? Like, if we just can't agree, we just can't agree. I still love you, you know? Like, why are we fighting about this is dumb? You know what I mean? Are we going to break up over this? Like... Jenna, you're funny. But thank you, Noah. Yes, I'm glad. I'm glad you feel that way. And now you even know what to do. Like what would help and what wouldn't, right? And kind of what the issue is. Kind of what one of them is, right? One of the main issues coming out for us there. That's a strange... Okay, well, I mean, it wouldn't exactly be like that. That's kind of an odd question. But no, I don't think that's why. I'm thinking more fear because of, like, you know, there's your guys' attachment is insecure, you know? The way you attach to other people is insecure, you know? Okay. So I think we're on Nicole, Valerie, I feel you on that one. If you want to get an extended reading, we can look into it, like, if that has anything to do. I don't really know how we go about asking that. I mean, we could definitely try. But, I don't really think it's because of that. I feel like more so it would be because of, you know, your guys' attachment type is insecure, you know, so you have a hard time, like, relating to other people when it comes to deeper connections and things like that. Like, to just say it's insecure could mean, so many things. Like, it's not just a simple thing, but basically it just means, you know, there could be a fear of connecting there. Yeah, a fear of getting close to somebody, you know. Valerie. Oh, hi Nick. How's your channel going? I haven't been to your channel in a while. I feel bad. I haven't really been on in a while, so don't, you know, forgive me. I need to check out your channel and see what's been going on. I have not seen it in a while. How you doing? Oh, wait, so... Oops. Oh, Noah, yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up here, guys. Okay, Nicole. What is Steve's connection with me? Does he miss or love me? I'm okay. I haven't been on in a long time either. Just trying to settle down, moved. Sorry about that, Tevon Bannister. Tavon. I don't know. My vowels suck, so please forgive me. Aww. Well, that's good to hear, because that will make me come on more. Sometimes I don't know. But okay, Valerie, sorry about that. I'm just catching up with all the everything. Valerie, what is Steve's connection with me? Does he miss or love me? Okay, we got that. Does Steve miss or love Valerie? What does he think of Valerie now? What does he feel for her? What is his connection with her? What does he think, feel, intend? Does he have feelings for Valerie still? Tell us what those feelings are, if anything. What does he feel for her now today? Especially if those feelings are anything about missing or loving her, tell us what we need to know. Okay. Okay. I would say that he is weighing his options on whether or not to, you know, have you again in his life. There is some kind of, like, it would be taking on a project. It would be kind of like, in a way too, I feel like he's seeing it in an unrealistic way. Like, I think he kind of is wondering, he's weighing his options on something. What are the options? Okay. Something about money. Okay, anything else about weighing his options? Because I see somebody weighing their options here, and then, but the way that they're seeing it is kind of unrealistic. So I think that even if he's weighing his options, the way he's seeing it is not exactly the way that it is. And, like, he's kind of looking at it with rose-colored glasses. He's looking at the past. Mercury retrograde is about to be, you know, on again September. What'd you say, Jenna? 9th? Or something. And so early September we have Mercury retrograde again, and that could have us thinking about people from the past, right? But here there is something about money, and there's something about, you know, stability here that he's weighing his options about inviting you back into his life or having you back into his life. You know, it'd be the beginning stages of some kind of project here. It's kind of like taking on a project. He feels like it's kind of a stressful situation, but he is kind of looking at it with rose-colored glasses. I feel like he's been thinking about this a lot lately, if not, like, you know, at least every now and then. He's been thinking about this, you know, the past. He's been thinking about the past, I should say. Not necessarily just you, but just the past and how things were. And I think he is weighing his options, contemplating whether or not, you know, that could be something that he can invite into his life again. And with his weighing options, he's thinking money has something to do with it, you know? Do I want to be single? Do I want to be in a relationship? It's not necessarily just, you know, is she good enough? Is she not? It's not necessarily about you. It's more so about the way his life is going now. He's questioning if he should invite, you know, a relationship back into his own life. Like if he should take that on. He's kind of seeing it as a project right now. Like it'd be like something to take on. Like it'd be kind of a hassle, you know? The give and the take here. There's something from the past that happened that he hasn't let go of yet, or you haven't. Like, there's something that you guys can't let go of yet. Something about giving each other a hand. It could even just be about the give and take in your relationship. Like, you felt like it was uneven or unbalanced. So somebody isn't over that whole situation yet. For some reason, there's something that isn't able to be let go of about that. Unfinished business, or trying to give back something that was given. Or, you know, feeling like they want to give back something that you gave, maybe. So I think he's feeling about you, like he's feeling, I mean, I wouldn't say bad about you, but it seems like what he's seeing in you is something that isn't really there, you know, like he's seeing all the good and none of the bad. So I would say it's not really a secure thing to think like that either, because that could change, you know. And once that changes, it's like, well, what the hell? And he's like, oh, well, I didn't realize that this is what it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like this or something. So I wouldn't get too excited about that, because then even if that worked out, it would be like, it wouldn't work out, because then he would see that it wasn't what he wanted, right? So he's not seeing it clearly right now. But, hi Shaylee, hi Charlene. How you guys doing? How are you doing? Okay. So, with that, let's see, he's thinking about you. He is considering getting back together, I would say, or inviting you back into his life, right? That's what I see there. It's kind of like he's thinking, like, should I or should I not? You know, he's weighing his options there. And again, something about this beginning stages of a project here. He feels like this would be a project. There would be something here that is, there's something here that is, he just isn't, it feels like a hassle, it feels like a job, it feels like it's harder than it needs to be, it feels like it would be taking on a lot, okay? So I don't think he's ready to do that yet, but he is thinking about how things used to be in some way. Like, not even just about you, but just about, at that time, how his life was. There's something about it that he misses or likes, or, you know, wants again. So, was there a second question? I think there was 3 questions for this one, right? Okay, let's see your next question. Valerie. How will my poker party turn out on Sunday? What do you mean, how will it turn out? Like, you're thinking a certain thing is going to happen, or you're thinking a certain thing is not going to happen? Like, what do you mean turn out? Well, we can just look generally at it, for sure. What can she expect about her, like, from her poker party on Sunday? What can she expect? Oh, that's my birthday, Sunday. 8/28. So we want to know about her poker party on Sunday. We want to know how that's going to turn out. What did she expect from that? Ooh. You're going to have to make a decision on this day, and this decision has something to do with traveling or making distance from someone or something, right? Someone or something, making distance, and you're going to have to make this decision. But I do feel like at that time, like this has nothing to do with the party, but I mean, it's a separate thing that happens. I don't know if it's during the party or because of the party or after, I don't know. But what we can expect is there is pushing somebody away that you're also having a reunion with. So I don't know if that means that you are not allowing a reunion with someone. You're kind of not allowing that to happen. Or this person comes close and then you push them away. Or something is stopping it from coming back together. And that is obviously you choosing that. But you are like pushing them away, and then you're having to make a decision based on this whole thing. And that decision has to do with, am I going to move or make distance from this person or not, is what I'm seeing here. I feel like though when you do have to make the decision, you'll feel pretty good about the decision because it's like you've had time to contemplate it. You know, this is a pretty, when you look at the Two of Wands, it's like he's got the world in his hands and, you know, the world around him, right? So it's like he has control pretty much. He feels like he's self-assured, like he knows what he's doing. He sees everything clearly, and he makes a decision based on, you know, he feels good about the decision he's making. I saw the Lovers and the Three of Swords here, so I feel like you are ending a connection, or you're kind of like putting an end to it completely, or, you know, the closure. You're putting a stop to something. It could be an ex or somebody else that's not related to who you were asking about before. It could be about the person you were asking about before. You know, of course, we can look at that at the. We can look at that information if you wanted to get an extended. We can look at that because that would be going way in depth to a further direction. But yeah, there's something here where you have to make distance from somebody. You're pushing them away, but at the same time, there's this reunion. So it's like it seems like a person that you haven't seen for a while, but then you make the decision to push them away. Why did she push them away? Because something happened out of nowhere and somebody didn't take responsibility for it. So something happens or something did happen. And when you see this person again, you're kind of expecting them to own up to it or apologize for it, or there's something that someone needs to take responsibility for something and they're not doing that. And so what we see is you not really sure if you want to deal with that anymore. Kind of energy is what I'm getting from that. It's like you're just like, if I keep this person in my life, it's not going to be good. I just have to make the decision. If they're not going to own up to something or admit to something, it's kind of something that happens out of nowhere. Like, you don't see it coming. You can't really prevent it. And you can't really, you know, once it's there and it's happening. So it's like you had nothing to stop. You couldn't stop it. It's kind of just something that happens. And then you have to kind of be faced with this decision of, like, what am I going to do about this? And I feel like it has something to do with someone not taking responsibility for something. Excuse me. That's a hard question because it's successful on what terms, you know, because to me it seems like there's going to be some situation where you're going to have to come and make a decision that you're not really, it's not like something that you like love doing. It's the decision you should be pretty sure of yourself when you have to make it, but I don't feel like it's going to be something fun or happy. It seems like something that's like not really the energy of being at a party, you know. I don't know if it's after the party or during or before or what, you know, but or simultaneously, you know, at the same time. I just think that it's kind of a party killer for sure, but I don't think it'll kill the party. It seems like something kind of, in my mind, I see it as something almost separate. Like, it's not affecting the party in any way, but it's just on top of everything else. That's what's, you know, a situation that you're faced with. Interesting. So my phone just died. What was the third question? I don't think I asked you for it yet, but I need that one. So I could do that as well. Of course, Noah. C and I have a cruise in September. Will we enjoy each other? Let's see. There's a twist. So we have a cruise in September. Random. Is that a good time to have a cruise? I don't know. Let's see. Will you enjoy each other? Tell me about their enjoyment of the cruise in September, Steve and Valerie. The Aries card, the Emperor. It looks like somebody is going to want to take control of the situation in a certain way. Like, I don't know, somebody, you might, if it's you, they might be okay with that. If it's them, you might be okay with them taking charge, you know? It just shows basically here at first, it's showing somebody who is in very much is in control of the whole situation. It's kind of like that's their job and they're good at it. No one complains. It's kind of like that's what they're good at, is putting it together. It could be you, I mean, but there's somebody who kind of has control of the situation and takes charge when needed, you know, is the energy I'm getting from that. So let's see what else this is talking about. And then the Hanged Man and Ace of Cups. There's a resistance between the two of you. I feel like there is the potential for love there, of course, with this Ace of Cups there. But at the same time, something is telling the both of you, if not one of you, it's probably both here, because it's just the energy of the whole situation. Something is saying, hold off. Like get as much information as you can before moving forward. So something isn't really allowing this to get off the ground yet. Like, but the Ace of Cups is there. Like, there's a lot of potential shared, good, abundant love and energy there. So this is supposed to be something that's going to be good, right? In regards to the cups, it's how we feel, right? So we feel good, we feel loved, we feel cherished, we feel like there's, you know, good energy there. But there's a resistance there for some reason. There's patience, somebody needs to take responsibility, and okay. So there's somebody, whoever the one is here, who's kind of the more independent type, because Queen of Wands is all about someone being on their own and being damn good at being on their own. Like getting shit handled, no one stands in their way, they're ambitious and they get shit done, no one can tell them a thing. So this is a good energy, but it's also, you know, Five of Wands. There's arguing, bickering, there's, you know, there's something, you guys don't, you don't really get along the best at every single second of the day. You know, there are times when the arguments and the bickering is just, it's just kind of, excuse me, if I can say this, it's just kind of dumb, right? It's just bickering, right? It's not very important shit, it's just dumb shit. And so it seems like there's going to be a little bit of time that passes before you guys can really connect on a level that you're wanting for some reason. Like, until you can connect on a level that's the highest potential that you have there. You guys aren't going to get to the nitty-gritty, the closeness that you want on this cruise, I don't think. It's going to be enjoyable, I'm sure. There's going to be some arguments, but I feel like there's something that will not allow you guys to get as close as you'd like. And I feel like it is just yourselves, right? The Chariot, see, it's like come forward, but you guys will not. There's something where you have to make a decision. See, again, decisions here. You see the two Sphinxes at the bottom? The black and the white? Well, in this deck, it's gold and black, right? But the black and the white Sphinxes at the bottom, he has to choose one of them, because they're leading him. But he has to choose which way he wants them to go. That way or that way. It's not like you can have both ways, right? So you have to choose a way. So there's something that you have to come down to here. What is this decision having to do with? I think it has to do with whether or not you guys actually relate and can be compatible or not. You know, can make this work in a way that actually works. Like, it doesn't seem... I mean, it's not that it doesn't seem... It just seems like there's difficulty for some reason. In some area, there's difficulty here with you guys actually... I don't know if that is because somebody taking charge... The other person doesn't exactly like that, or if they don't really roll that way, they don't listen to people very well, or they like to be independent, kind of like the Queen of Wands, right? That could be. So, but we do see here somebody wanting to, you know, it's saying you're going to have to make a decision, right? And make a choice about which way to go. And then the Magician here, it's because you have to make this choice because you're going to have to decide if this is going to get off the ground or not, if this is going to manifest in the way that you want it to, you know? In the way that you're expecting it to. Like, I don't feel like you guys will get exactly what you expect in this connection, you know? But on the question of will you guys enjoy each other, it seems like it wouldn't. It seems like there's going to be some issues. It doesn't seem like it's going to be perfect, but I do see that there's potential for you guys to definitely connect on a deeper level. It just seems like something is holding you guys back from doing that on this cruise, okay? And then you're going to have to make a decision about how you want to go about this. Like, there's going to be a point in time when there's two choices, you know, two paths you can take, and you're going to have to choose one. And that came out twice for you, right? So definitely going to be a choice to make. And then whether or not you want this to manifest or not, and how you want it to go, where you want it to all go, and what you want it to all be. That's obviously in question here, and so that's a decision you're going to have to make too. And it's a very conscious decision. It is up to you to make that decision. You know, there's going to be a lot of decisions here. And that's just like any other day, you know. But when faced with a serious thing, like a relationship or some kind of, you know, how you want something to go, it's like it becomes a little bit more important. But it's the same thing as anything else, you know. Decisions, right? So... Okay, I think I got all of them, right? Are we... And thank you, Valerie. Please check out the information to get the extended reading if you'd like to get that reading. I'll definitely be able to do that for you, and just like anyone else. But, yeah, if you want more information on that, please get the extended so we can go further into that and wherever you'd like to do that. Because I know there's a few places there that, you know, could have been looked into more, you know? So, I think we're on... not Valerie. We just did Valerie, and there was... Nicole, and then Carmen. Nicole and Carmen, and then we have our free list. Okay. Okay. Okay, free list. Will Zaquan reply to my DM? Okay, well, let's see what we can find out about this. This is for Carmen. This is for Carmen. Will Zaquan reply to my DM? Okay. Will Zaquan reply to my DM? This is for that Pisces person, right? What do we need to know about him replying to this message, please? What do we need to know about him replying to this message, please? Will Zaquan reply to the DM? Hi, Carmen. Yeah, we're just asking, will Zaquan reply to this DM? Well, what we can know about that. Will Zaquan reply to the DM? What do we need to know about this, please? Okay, so when I first saw this, I thought, okay, there's still some difficulty between you, isn't there? There's something that isn't really resolved or settled. It could be about the money, I don't know. It could just be about something else, but you know, I see the five of wands here. So that's still like there's fighting. There's still this like tension between you, and there's still him. He needs to find some like I feel like he's going through a certain emotional thing right now to where he's trying to figure out himself, like what makes him feel whole. I know that sounds cliche and kind of lame, but I mean, everyone goes through that, you know, at some point and many times in their lives. So this is not something that's like this crazy phenomenon. It's just he's going through something emotional. And so he's kind of distant right now. He may not even check wherever it is that you sent him that message. And if he's checked it already, it could just be that he's not sure, because look, clearly there's still tension. King of Cups, though. Yeah, I'm seeing a reunion after a break, but right now he's unsure because he's seeing all the negativity and the, you know, but like, not the negativity, but you know, there's still some kind of tension there between you guys. And then he's trying to figure something out. And it could have to do with his own problems. Like, it might not even be about... But I do feel like it is about you because, you know, the Five of Wands here, it's like, it's tension between you guys. Like, I don't think it... You know, it's just showing that he has to be off on his own for a while and find something that's missing. Like, emotionally, you know? So I would say that it's just not a good time right now. But then I do see after this, get this. King of Cups... Eight of Wands, which shows that he's still having that soft spot for you. King of Cups, that's good. That means he's a good guy. Like, he's soft, you know, he's... If he lent you money in the past, obviously he cared about you enough to do that. You know, people don't just do that if they don't give a shit about you, right? Like, he wanted to help you out. And, but I'm just saying, you know, that's just an example of how I feel like that's kind of already shown on his side. But, and then we have the Four of Swords and the Four of Wands, which shows there was a rest period here, but then that's kind of like a temporary break for me. Like, whenever I see the Four of Wands, I feel like that represents a temporary split between people, and it's not going to be lasting forever. Like, they will probably eventually get back together, or something will come of it. And so that's kind of what we're seeing with that, because then we see the Four of Wands. So I feel like you guys will reconnect, or at least that's what they're wanting to do. I feel like that's what they're going to eventually want to do. Because I remember before you had said, like, that's not what you were wanting, but it seems like that's what they are wanting, or that's what they're kind of going to go in the direction of, and that's why the Eight of Wands is here. Eight of Wands, going in the direction of, right? So yeah, I do think he'll reply eventually. Maybe not at first, for whatever reason. He's still kind of unsure about how to feel about the tension. But to answer your question, yes. Definitely I see a reply coming from him. You know, because I see a little more than that too, but... Sorry, drop these cards again. Okay, who's up next? Who do we have next? You're next? Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay, we want to know, will he eventually work? What was the question? I'm sorry. Will he end up working in my school district? Okay. Oh, I feel bad for everyone on the free list. They're like, oh, fuck this. It's not worth waiting. Hopefully they come back next time. Alright. So will he eventually work at your school district? We have King of Swords and the Eight of Wands. So there's like a cutthroat honesty going towards something. The High Priestess. So if there's any kind of uncertainty here for you, I would look into that, you know, yourself personally, because it seems like there is some kind of like need for somebody to be completely straight up honest about something. Like, even if it's just you with yourself, like, I don't know exactly what that means. I feel like more so though with the High Priestess, it's saying like, be honest with yourself, because you know kind of what, like, you know if that would be a good idea or not for you, and so it's like, you know kind of whether or not, like, you would, if that would be a good decision or not, like, realistically. So, like, do you really see it happening? Like, is it really a possibility? Then that's kind of like, you already kind of know, you know, because the High Priestess already kind of knows. the answer to things without being told directly. It's kind of just like a feeling you might have about it, and if it's realistic enough, like, why not, you know? It's saying you already know the answer. 3 of Swords. Something is lost because of this. If he gets the job, he loses something. If he doesn't, you lose that, you know? But there is something that's disappointing about this, but it says you know the answer. And so if you know the answer, be honest with yourself. If you know that the answer is something like, it will bring us closer together and we'll get further apart because we just are together too much, or we work together now and it's too much, or I don't know, but for some reason there's something that will be lost here because of this, and it seems like you know what that is, or you have an idea what that would be. And so it's up to you really if that's something that you'd like to make happen, or it's not like you can make that happen. I mean, he'd have to make that happen, and your school district would have to make it happen, but it seems like something wouldn't be so great about it. Something may be lost because of it. Or, you know, he'd have to, like, sacrifice something, right? Or, like, you would. Or something, you know, whatever the case may be. It's something is lost. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that might be kind of hard on you. I don't know, there's something here that there's like a... Let's see, anything else you can tell me about this? No shit, right? Got the 2 of Wands and the 6 of Cups. So you guys have this familiar feeling together. That leaves it so... 10 of Wands. Like there's something that's one-sided, or there's something that... 10 of Cups. So... It's a very happy connection, but there's something that is one-sided. Like one person feels like they're not getting enough of something of the other person. Maybe you guys would be too busy, or there'd be something to where it's just not enough time together, or too much, you know, stress, or there's some kind of like, you know, thing that prevents you guys from getting close. But I see that connection of like that very like known each other for a long time connection, you know, that feeling of like just knowing the other person well, you know, and them knowing you well, even if you haven't known each other that long. But you guys, in your case, you have known each other for a long time. But I feel like somebody feels that 10 of Wands, that feeling of like they're putting out more effort than they're getting back. Maybe that's because you guys would be busy or so. I don't know. What would be lost if they were to go towards this? First grade, holy shit. See, 6 of Cups again. What would be lost? Maybe that genuine trying to give to each other, because it'd be like, why would that be lost? That feeling of known... Maybe it's that feeling of you've known each other for a long time, but now it's something different because you guys are growing up and you guys are doing different things and you guys are like maturing and you guys are like going in your certain ways in life, and it's like you don't recognize that as the person you've known for a long time. So that would be lost. The innocence or the past would be lost. You know, you guys are doing new things. You're kind of like having to say goodbye to this old you know, because now look at what, you know, you guys are both maturing and you guys are both something completely different. And so it could be a lot, you might not know what to expect in each other in these coming years, you know, because you're growing up. So you have to kind of like lose that old innocent, you know, you're adults now, this whole shit is getting real, you know, so that's what's being lost. And that's not a bad thing, you know. Kind of seems like it was, but it's not. I wouldn't say it is. It's a good thing, because if the past is gone, that means you're moving forward, right? that's not how he used to be anymore. It's kind of like a whole new person, you know? Like, you guys have known each other for so long, but not in this way, you know? So you kind of have to find each other, or see, you know, if that works again. And I feel like it's just up in the, like, you guys are trying, but you don't know if it will. I don't know. I feel like we'll be okay relationship-wise, right? With him, you always got weird energy. Let's see what I get for that. Well, what do you think that says? Jenna, I want to do a Celtic Cross relationship spread reading for you later. I'm a little tired right now, but I do want to do that for you later on so I can have my full focus on it. And then we can look into, like, everything that there is to look into, you know? But Two of Cups there, I think that's pretty good, you know? It's kind of like you guys, you know, you have this bond, you have this connection, and so as long as nothing breaks that or nothing gets in the way of that, then for now you're good, you know? It seems like you guys both have good intentions, is what I mean. So we'll see about that. But I want to see that with you later on because I want to be able to give you that full, all my energy. Okay. Yes, Two of Cups is good. Yeah, that's fine. We can do that. Yeah, for sure. Definitely, especially if she's not here. And that's okay with me because I'm kind of tired right now. And I'm down, you know, for that. But Noah, what can I expect in the month of September? Are you just talking in general or specifically anything? Because let me know if there's a specific thing, because that'll just get you your answer a lot quicker than if you ask for a general reading. It might just give you a general reading, and then it's not, you know, you don't get your question answered. I always say to people, like, if you want to ask you want to get a general reading, make sure you don't have any real thing that you want to ask, because then you might not, like, people want a general and they think it's going to, like, talk about the thing that they're thinking, and it's not always like that, you know? So sometimes it just looks at general situations and they're like, well, what about this? Like, I wanted to know about this. It's like, please, if you want to know about that, please ask about it, you know? Because the general will just tell you generally. It might not get to the nitty-gritty of everything you wanted to hear about. So, I know, it went really well, Jenna, don't you think? Okay, I'll take what the spirits want me to know, okay? In the month of September, what does Noah need to know about their life? This is the Cat Tarot. Oh, babe, Jenna said she wanted to see what you look like. Yeah. Huh? That's a no. You did? Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, somebody actually got it for me for Christmas. My brother and his boyfriend actually both as a gift. Well, duh, that's a gift. But so I'm seeing Noah the Devil. What you can expect in September. I don't know if that means there's a Capricorn person around you, if there's some kind of, like, toxic energies around you, or toxic behaviors from you, or even from you temptations, like you're tempted to, you know, it could be addictions, it could be drugs, it could be gambling, it could be just eating, you know, if you're cheating on a diet, like whatever there's some kind of temptation, there's some kind of urge for you to do something that's kind of bad for you, you know? So check that. Two of Swords. You feel like you can't stand up for yourself. You feel like you can't say something about something. Like you can't, like, you just don't have the words to say it, and you're not being heard, or you just don't know how to say it, like or you feel like it's not your place to say it. Like you're being a bit restricted, like verbally restricted. and the Four of Cups. So you can't say something because somebody blocks you, it seems like. Somebody is not going to take it. Somebody will not hear it from you. That's why you can't say it, because it's almost like when you want to apologize to somebody, but they don't even want to hear it. And you're like, but let me just tell you the explanation. It'll explain everything. And they just won't hear it. And you're just like, well, what the fuck can I do if you won't even hear it? You know, like, it's kind of like that kind of frustrating situation where, like, you just can't even explain yourself because they won't let you. So it's like, you feel like you have the words to say to resolve it, but they won't let you. So it's like, well, what do you even want me to do? Like, you're not giving me an out here. So that's annoying. See, it's like you can't say something. You want to say something. You want to scream it at the top of your lungs, but you can't. Because somebody's not letting you. Or they're cutting you off, or they don't want to hear it. They just don't want to hear it. You know, they just... Or maybe this is you towards somebody else, too, you know? This could be you towards somebody else. The Hanged Man. So it's saying, wait, if this is you that wants to say something, then, you know, you're going to have to wait a little while. So just do that, you know? You're going to want to say it sooner, but just try to give it some time. Try to wait until after September if you can, because it seems like September ain't a good month for you to say something that you feel like you need to say. You know, somebody's not allowing that. They're not taking it in at this time. So it's frustrating, but I mean, that's the best I can give you is, like, just hold off. The Hangman is saying gather more information first. Hang out for a bit. You know, be open to the information that you get. Like, don't just be like, no, that can't be possible. You know, like, whatever information you can get about this, the reasoning why the person's being distant, or whatever it is that they're, you know, this situation is dealing with. You know, try to get as much information as you can before you take action on this, before you try to say what needs to be said, because it seems like that would work out for you better. And then we have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, so there's something missing in your life. You feel like you need something, you know, there's something missing. You feel like you just haven't figured out what it is. Like, it's like so, it's an emotional thing. You know what I mean? Like, you feel like with those 8 cups, you got that one space missing. You don't know where the fuck to find it. So it's kind of like you shouldn't focus so much on other people as much right now, because you really need to focus more on that 8th cup that is missing. That you feel like there's something missing inside of you. So you're likely to then start looking outside of yourself to fill that void, which is what a lot of people do, and it doesn't work. So just know that that's a fleeting, that will be fleeting if that works for you for now. That will be fleeting. That will not continue to work always. Like, you can't fill a void, you know, you got to actually find what's missing. So right now it seems like it just would be a better time for you to focus on yourself instead of other people in general. Like, in general, you know, you got to find something that's missing, because if you don't find that thing that's missing, it's likely that when you do get into another relationship, you will most likely get into a relationship that is not going to work for you because you're looking to fill a void. That's what, you know, so you're not really starting it on good terms. You're not starting it on the most healthy of terms, you know? And that's not likely to go well because you're not a whole person, right? And I feel like that's a very common thing that people go through. Like, a lot of people don't do the right thing when it comes to the 8 of Cups, which is looking inside of themselves rather than outside of themselves for whatever is missing inside, right? So just gather more information first. When you feel frustrated, like you can't get your word out, then just know that it's not the time to say it. And you will have that time, but it's not going to be that time right then, okay? That's what I have for you for that. I have so many cards on the ground. Okay. And I think we're done here, guys. Yes, we are. Okay. So it was good to see you guys, and thanks everybody who came tonight. I'm super excited about Jenna being here. It went well, of course, because Jenna's awesome. And Jenna, I will be sending you half the donations that we made tonight. I'm not even sure where we're at with that and what we have to, I'd have to go and look, and we'll have to, we'll have to get together on this. But thank you for being here, love. I love you so much. And I hope that you can come back soon, because everyone loves you and you're awesome. So with that being said, I will talk to you later, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. Nicole, we will refund you, or I will get you on the next reading. Email me, originalinsightstarot@gmail.com, as well as for anyone else who wants an extended reading. You have all that information. And Nicole, don't worry, I will either get you back or you will get your reading at some point, so just don't be afraid to reach out. I'll mention you whenever I can and try to reach out to you, okay? Thanks. If I can't reach out to you, I'll just refund you, okay? So no worries. All right, good night, you guys.